Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi, guys. So happy to have you here with us again today.
Today we're answering a question honestly, no exaggeration, no sugarcoating. Is English actually hard?
And the honest answer is it's complicated. Some parts are genuinely easy, some parts are genuinely hard. Let's be completely honest today.
Welcome back everyone. I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and let's do this as a real debate easy points versus hard points, completely balanced.
Let's start with an easy point. English grammar structure is genuinely simple compared to many languages.
True, no grammatical gender, simple verb forms, predictable word order. These are real, genuine advantages.
Now, let's be honest about a hard point. English spelling is genuinely inconsistent, and that's a real valid difficulty.
Completely true. Through, though, tough, thought, all look similar but sound completely different. That's genuinely confusing and no exaggeration.
Why does spelling cause this much difficulty specifically compared to other areas?
Because English absorbed words from so many different languages over history French, Latin, German, Old Norse, each bringing different spelling patterns along with them.
So it's genuinely a historical mess, not a poorly designed system on purpose.
Exactly. And understanding that history doesn't make spelling easier, but it does make the inconsistency feel less personal, less like you're doing something wrong.
So right away, we see this isn't a simple, easy, or hard answer. It's genuinely both, depending on the specific area.
Let's continue this honest debate. Next easy point, verb conjugation is very simple.
Agreed, completely. I go, you go, we go, they go. Almost no change at all across different subjects.
Next hard point, though, English has an enormous number of irregular verbs.
This is completely true and genuinely frustrating for learners. Go becomes went, eat becomes ate. No clear, predictable pattern at all.
How many irregular verbs are we talking about roughly?
Around 200 commonly used irregular verbs, each needing individual memorization since they don't follow the normal add ed pattern.
That's genuinely a real difficulty, and we shouldn't pretend otherwise, just to sound positive.
Is there any silver lining here at all, honestly?
Actually, yes, a small one. The most commonly used irregular verbs, go, have, do, say, get, appear so frequently that repetition alone helps you memorize them faster than the less common ones.
So frequency of use genuinely helps offset some of this difficulty, even though the difficulty itself is completely real.
Exactly. Honest balance again. Real difficulty, but also a real practical path through it.
Exactly. Honesty matters more than false positivity here. Let's continue. Next easy point, tons of borrowed familiar vocabulary exists already.
True, many English words already exist in other languages. Technology terms, brand names, common expressions.
Next hard point though, English has an enormous number of idioms and phrasal verbs which don't follow logical patterns at all.
This is genuinely difficult. Break a leg, give up, look forward to. None of these can be understood by translating word for word.
How big of a challenge do idioms really present, honestly?
Quite significant, honestly. There are thousands of idioms in English, and native speakers use them constantly without even noticing.
Let's talk about phrasal verbs specifically too, because I think they deserve their own honest discussion.
Oh, phrasal verbs are genuinely one of the hardest parts of English. Give up, give in, give out, give away. Same base verb, completely different meanings.
Why are phrasal verbs specifically so difficult compared to regular vocabulary?
Because the meaning often has nothing to do with the individual words. Look forward to has nothing literally to do with looking or forward direction.
Do native speakers realize how confusing this is for learners?
Honestly, most don't, because phrasal verbs feel completely natural and automatic to native speakers, learned unconsciously since childhood.
Is there any honest strategy that helps with idioms and phrasal verbs specifically?
Yes, actually, learning them grouped by topic helps a lot. All the give phrasal verbs together, all the emotion idioms together, rather than one giant random list.
Why does grouping by topic make such a difference?
Because your brain naturally connects related patterns more easily than isolated, unconnected facts. So grouping creates useful mental shortcuts.
So this is a real, genuine area where English becomes significantly harder, especially for advanced, natural-sounding fluency.
Let's continue our honest debate. Next easy point. English pronunciation uses relatively common, familiar sounds.
True, generally speaking, compared to languages with unusual tonal or throat sounds.
Next hard point, though, English has enormous accent variation across different countries and even different regions within the same country.
That's genuinely a fair, honest point. American, British, Australian, Indian, South African, Irish, so many legitimate variations exist.
How much does this accent variation actually complicate learning, honestly?
Quite a lot, especially for listening comprehension. A learner comfortable with one accent might genuinely struggle understanding a completely different one at first.
Is there a silver lining to this specific difficulty too?
Actually, yes. Once your ear adjusts to multiple accents, your overall listening skill becomes remarkably flexible, more flexible than learners of languages with less regional variation.
That's a fair, balanced way to look at it. Genuine difficulty, but genuine long-term benefit too, once you push through it.
Next hard point though, English has many similar sounding words that mean completely different things.
There, there. Right, right, right. These genuinely confuse learners, and even some native speakers occasionally.
How significant is this specific difficulty, honestly?
It matters more for writing than speaking, honestly, since these words sound identical but look different on paper.
Can you give a few more examples of these confusing word pairs?
Sure. Two. Here, here. Weather. All sound similar or identical but mean completely different things.
That's genuinely a lot to keep track of, especially for someone still building basic vocabulary.
It is, but the good news is, context almost always makes the correct meaning clear, even without perfect spelling knowledge.
That's a fair, honest distinction. Speaking difficulty versus writing difficulty being genuinely different challenges.
Let's talk about tenses now, because I think this deserves real honest discussion too.
English has 12 main tenses: past, present, future, each with simple, continuous, and perfect forms.
Is this genuinely difficult, or does it just look complicated on paper?
Honestly, both. The concept behind each tense is usually simple, but keeping all 12 straight, especially in real-time conversation, is genuinely challenging.
Is there any good news here too, like with irregular verbs?
Actually, yes. In real everyday conversation, only about 4 or 5 of those 12 tenses get used constantly. The rest appear much less often, especially in casual speech.
So a learner doesn't need to master all 12 equally right from the beginning.
Exactly. Simple present, simple past, and present continuous cover the vast majority of daily conversation. The rarer tenses can wait until later in your journey.
That's such a relieving, practical piece of honest information.
It really is. This whole video keeps revealing the same pattern. Real difficulty exists, but it's rarely as overwhelming as it first appears once you look closely.
Which specific tenses cause the most confusion in your experience teaching?
Present perfect, definitely. I have eaten versus I ate. This distinction doesn't exist clearly in many other languages and causes real confusion.
Can you explain that difference simply for anyone confused right now?
Sure, I ate breakfast tells us it's finished, done, at a specific time. I have eaten breakfast focuses more on the current result, that you're not hungry now.
That's a genuinely subtle difference, isn't it?
It really is, and subtle differences like this are exactly what make advanced English genuinely challenging, even for otherwise strong learners.
So, tenses represent a genuinely hard area, not just an imagined difficulty.
Completely agreed, honestly. This is one area where English genuinely earns its difficult reputation.
Let's talk about prepositions too, because I think this might be one of the hardest areas overall.
Oh, prepositions are genuinely brutal, honestly. Interested in, good at, afraid of. There's rarely a clear, logical rule explaining which preposition goes where.
Why are prepositions so genuinely difficult specifically?
Because they're often arbitrary, memorized individually, rather than following consistent, predictable patterns like some other grammar areas.
Can you give an example where a small preposition change completely changes the meaning?
Sure, look at means observing something. Look for means searching for something. Look after means taking care of someone. Same verb, three completely different meanings.
That's genuinely tricky and honestly quite unforgiving compared to some of the easier grammar areas we mentioned earlier.
Let's talk about articles too. A and the, because I think this is another genuinely hard area, especially for speakers of languages without articles at all.
Why are articles so confusing specifically?
Because the rules feel logical sometimes, but inconsistent other times. I saw a dog versus I saw the dog. The difference is subtle, about specificity, and easy to get wrong.
Do these article mistakes usually block communication, though?
Rarely, actually. Missing or wrong articles almost never confuse a native listener. They just sound slightly unusual without blocking the actual meaning.
That's a good, honest distinction. A real difficulty, but a relatively low stakes one, communication wise.
Exactly, and that's a pattern we're noticing throughout this whole honest debate. Several hard areas exist, but most don't seriously block real communication.
So if someone asked us, honestly, what's the hardest part of English, what would we say?
Honestly, I'd say prepositions, idioms, and irregular verbs combined together represent the genuinely hardest areas of English.
I'd agree completely with that honest assessment.
Let's balance this out though, because we've covered a lot of hard points now. Let's return to some genuine strengths too.
Fair point. Despite tenses, prepositions, and idioms being genuinely hard, basic communication remains genuinely accessible even with these gaps.
That's such an important balancing point. You can communicate clearly, make yourself understood even without perfectly mastering every preposition or idiom.
Right, these hard areas matter more for advanced, polished fluency than for basic functional communication.
Exactly, and that's honestly a really important distinction for beginners specifically watching this video right now.
Let's talk about this distinction more directly. What's the difference between functional English and advanced English?
Functional English lets you communicate clearly, get your needs met, have real conversations, even with some grammar mistakes.
And advanced English?
Advanced English adds nuance, natural idioms, perfect tense usage, precise prepositions, the polish that comes with years of practice.
So for someone just starting, which level should they honestly focus on first?
Functional English completely. Don't stress about mastering every preposition or idiom immediately. Basic communication comes first. Polish comes later.
That's such an honest, practical piece of advice.
It really is. A lot of learners get discouraged trying to master advanced difficulty before they've even built basic functional confidence.
Can you give a real example comparing functional versus advanced English side by side?
Sure. Functional, I go store yesterday, buy food. Advanced, I went to the store yesterday and picked up some groceries. Both genuinely communicate the same message.
So even the functional version, with mistakes, succeeds at its actual job, real communication.
Exactly, and that's honestly the most important reassuring point in this entire video. Communication succeeds long before grammar becomes perfect.
Let's give our honest final verdict now. Is English actually hard?
Honestly, grammar structure genuinely easier than many languages. Spelling, tenses, prepositions, and idioms genuinely harder than many learners expect.
So it's not a simple yes or no answer, is it?
Not at all. English is a genuine mix, easier in some real measurable ways, harder in other real measurable ways.
How would you honestly rank English difficulty compared to other languages overall?
Compared to languages with complex grammar, like heavy noun cases or grammatical gender, English is genuinely easier overall in terms of raw grammar complexity.
But compared to languages with more phonetic, predictable spelling?
English genuinely loses that comparison. Some languages, you can read a word and know exactly how to pronounce it every single time without exceptions.
So the honest ranking really does depend on which specific skill we're measuring, doesn't it?
Exactly, and that's honestly the whole point of this video. Is English hard is genuinely the wrong question. Which parts of English are hard is the honest, useful question instead.
What would you say to someone who feels frustrated, believing English should either be completely easy or completely impossible?
I'd say drop that all or nothing thinking completely. English has real challenges and real advantages existing honestly side by side.
That's such a mature, balanced way to think about this whole topic.
It really is. And honestly, I think this balanced view helps learners more than either extreme, false positivity or exaggerated negativity.
Let's talk about practical advice now, based on this honest, balanced assessment.
First, accept that some areas, prepositions and idioms specifically, simply require patient, gradual memorization over time.
Second,
Second, don't judge your overall progress by these specific hard areas alone. Basic grammar simplicity still gives you a genuine advantage overall.
third,
Third, focus on functional communication first and let advanced polish develop naturally through real practice over real time.
fourth,
Fourth, be patient specifically with irregular verbs and idioms. These genuinely require repetition and exposure, not just one-time memorization.
is there a fifth piece of advice too?
Yes. Fifth, learn prepositions and phrasal verbs inside real phrases, not as isolated words. Interested in as one complete unit sticks much better than in alone.
Why does learning them as complete chunks work so much better?
Because your brain stores the whole natural pattern together rather than trying to logically deduce a rule that honestly doesn't consistently exist.
That's such a practical, useful final tip to end on.
There's one more worth adding too. 6. Expose yourself to multiple accents early, rather than sticking to just one, so your listening skill becomes flexible sooner.
How would someone practically do that, starting today?
Simply alternate your listening content. One day, British content. Another day, American. Another day, Australian. Small, consistent exposure builds real flexibility over time.
That's such a comprehensive, honest set of practical advice to end on today.
It really is, and honestly, I think every single one of these 6 tips applies specifically to the hard areas we discussed, not just general advice.
It really is, and it applies to almost every genuinely hard area we discussed today. Tenses, idioms, prepositions all benefit from chunk-based learning.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
English grammar structure, genuinely simple. English spelling, tenses, prepositions, and idioms, genuinely challenging. No exaggeration either way.
The honest answer, English is neither purely easy nor purely hard. It's a real, honest mix of both, and that's completely okay.
Functional communication comes relatively quickly. Advanced, polished fluency takes real, patient time, and that's a completely normal, expected journey.
So, is English actually that hard? We'd say, honestly, it depends which specific part you're asking about.
And whichever part feels hardest for you personally, please remember that difficulty is real, valid, and shared by millions of other learners exactly like you.
You're not failing. You're simply encountering the genuinely hard parts right alongside the genuinely easy parts, exactly like every successful English speaker before you.
Now, we want to hear from you. Comment below, which part of English do you personally find hardest? Prepositions, idioms, tenses, spelling.
And which part do you find genuinely easy? We read every single comment, and honestly, we love seeing this honest debate continue down there.
And honestly, if this honest answer helped you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making honest, balanced videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today's video might feel really freeing for a lot of you. We're talking about vocabulary and a big myth around it.
The myth you need thousands and thousands of words to be fluent. Today, we're breaking that myth completely.
Welcome back everyone, I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and by the end of this video, you'll feel much less pressure about vocabulary size.
Let's start with a simple question. Emma, how many words do you think native speakers actually use in normal daily conversation?
A lot of people guess very high numbers, 10,000, 20,000, even more.
What's the real number though?
Research shows most daily conversation uses somewhere between 800 and 1,500 words, repeated constantly.
That's a huge difference from what most learners imagine.
It really is. You don't need 20,000 words. You need a smaller, powerful set of words used well, repeated often.
Let's talk about why this myth exists in the first place. Why do learners believe they need so many words?
Dictionaries look huge. Vocabulary apps show thousands of flashcards. It feels like more words equals more fluency.
Is there a specific reason apps and courses push so much vocabulary?
Partly business, honestly. A course selling 5,000 words feels more impressive than a course teaching the 1,000 words that matter most.
That's such an interesting, honest observation about how these products are marketed.
It's true, though. Bigger numbers sell better, even when smaller, focused numbers would actually help learners more effectively.
But that's not actually true, is it?
Not at all. Fluency isn't about knowing many words. It's about using common words quickly, naturally, without stopping to think.
Is there real research behind this specific claim about 800 to 1,500 words?
Yes, multiple linguistic studies analyzed real recorded conversations across different English-speaking countries and found this pattern consistently.
That's reassuring that this isn't just an opinion. It's backed by real research.
Exactly, and that research applies across formal and casual conversation both. Work meetings, family dinners, small talk with strangers.
Let's prove this with a real example. I'm going to use only very simple, common words and build a complete conversation.
I love this idea. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you? I'm good, thanks. What are you doing today? I'm going to the store. Do you want to come with me?
That entire conversation used maybe 20 different words, all very simple, all very common.
Exactly. And that conversation sounds completely natural, completely fluent, even with such simple vocabulary.
Let's do another example, this time about work.
I have a meeting today. It's at 3 o'clock. I need to finish this first. Can you help me?
Again, extremely simple words, but a completely clear, professional, natural sentence structure.
This is really the secret. Fluency comes from using simple words fast and naturally, not from using rare, complicated words slowly.
Let's talk about something called high-frequency words, because I think this concept explains everything perfectly.
What exactly are high-frequency words?
These are the words used most often in any language. In English, words like the, is, have, want, go, good, time.
How much of daily conversation do these high-frequency words actually cover?
Research shows the most common 1,000 words cover around 80 to 90% of daily conversation.
That's incredible. Just 1,000 words covering almost all of daily talking.
Exactly, which means mastering these core words deeply matters far more than learning thousands of rare, uncommon words.
Let's talk about what happens when learners focus on the wrong type of vocabulary.
This happens constantly. Learners memorize rare, fancy words, thinking it makes them sound smart or advanced.
But what actually happens in real conversation?
They often can't speak smoothly because their common word foundation isn't strong enough yet. Rare words without a strong foundation actually slows fluency down.
That's such an important point. Foundation before decoration.
Exactly. Foundation before decoration. A house needs strong foundation first before beautiful decorations. Language works the exact same way.
Let's talk about verbs specifically, because I think this matters a lot too.
Yes, a small number of verbs can express an enormous range of meaning. Get, make, take, go, have. These verbs alone create hundreds of different phrases.
Can you give some examples?
Get up, get ready, get better, get a job. One simple verb, endless different meanings depending on the words around it.
Let's try a few more examples with make.
Make dinner, make a decision, make sense, make friends. Again, one verb, completely different meanings, all extremely common in daily conversation.
Take.
Take a break, take a shower, take care, take time. Same pattern, one simple verb, unlimited practical uses.
That's such a powerful insight. A learner doesn't need 100 different verbs. They need a few core verbs used flexibly.
Exactly. This is often called phrasal verb power. A handful of simple verbs combined creatively cover an enormous range of real communication.
Let's talk about adjectives too, because I think the same idea applies here.
Absolutely. Words like good, bad, big, small, nice, hard, easy, these cover the vast majority of everyday descriptions.
Do learners really need rare adjectives like magnificent or exquisite early on?
Honestly, no, not at all. Really good or very nice communicates almost the same feeling in much simpler, more accessible words.
Can intensity be added without needing a completely different word?
Definitely. Very, really, so, extremely. These small intensity words let you adjust a simple adjective's strength without needing an entirely new vocabulary word.
So, very good, really good, so good, extremely good all communicate different levels of the same simple idea.
Exactly, and native speakers use this exact pattern constantly, rather than searching for rare, specific adjectives every single time.
That's honestly such a relief to hear.
It should be. You're allowed to sound simple and still sound completely fluent and natural.
Let's talk about a related myth too, the idea that fluency means never repeating words.
This is such a common misunderstanding. Native speakers repeat the same words constantly, all day long, in every single conversation.
Can you give an example of this repetition?
That's good. This is good. Good job. Have a good day. The word good repeats constantly in completely natural, fluent speech.
So repetition isn't the weakness, it's actually how real fluent speech naturally works.
Exactly. Trying to avoid repetition, searching for a different word every single time, actually makes speech feel slower and less natural.
Let's talk about listening comprehension too, because I think the same principle applies there.
It really does. If you know the most common 1,000 words deeply, you'll understand the vast majority of everyday conversations, movies, and podcasts.
What happens when a rare word does appear in conversation?
Usually, context helps you understand it anyway, without knowing that specific word directly.
That's such an important skill, using context clues instead of needing every single word defined.
Exactly, and that skill develops naturally the more you practice listening to real, natural English.
Can you give an example of using context to understand an unknown word?
Sure. I forgot my umbrella, so I got completely drenched on my way home. Even without knowing drenched, the umbrella and rain context makes the meaning very clear, very wet.
That's such a helpful example. The surrounding simple words basically explain the rare word for you.
Exactly, and this happens constantly in real listening. You don't need every single word. You need enough common words to build the surrounding picture.
Let's talk about a practical study method now, based on everything we've discussed today.
First, focus on mastering the most common 1,000 words deeply, not memorizing thousands of rare words shallowly.
What does mastering deeply actually mean, practically?
It means knowing multiple ways to use each word in different sentences, different contexts, not just recognizing the word's basic definition.
Second step.
Second, practice using these common words in real, spoken sentences out loud repeatedly until they feel automatic.
Third step.
Third, resist the urge to constantly add new, rare vocabulary before your foundation feels truly solid and automatic.
Fourth step.
Fourth, notice how often native speakers repeat simple words in real content you watch or listen to, and let that observation reduce your own pressure.
Let's do a small practice exercise together, using only simple, common words.
I love this idea. Let's build a story using very simple vocabulary only.
Yesterday, I woke up late. I was tired. I made coffee and ate breakfast quickly. Then I went to work.
At work, I had a big meeting. It was hard, but I did my best. After work, I went home and rested.
See how natural, clear, and complete that story feels using only simple, common words?
It's a real, complete story, fully understandable without a single rare or complicated word anywhere in it.
Let's try one more, this time about a weekend, just to really prove the point.
On Saturday, I stayed home. I cleaned my house and cooked a nice meal. Then I called my mom and we talked for an hour.
On Sunday, I went for a walk. The weather was good. I felt happy and relaxed after a long, busy week.
2 complete natural stories, and honestly, probably less than 50 unique words used across both of them.
Here's a small challenge for anyone watching right now. Pause this video and try telling your own simple story about yesterday using only common, easy words.
You'll probably surprise yourself realizing you already have enough vocabulary to tell a real complete story about your own life.
Let's talk about confidence too, because I think this myth about vocabulary size really damages learner confidence.
It really does. So many learners feel like failures because they don't know enough words, when really they already know enough words to communicate clearly.
What would you say to someone who feels their vocabulary is too small to speak confidently?
I would say if you know even 500 common words, you already have enough to have real, meaningful conversations starting today.
That's such an encouraging, practical message.
It's genuinely true, not just encouraging talk. The research really does support this again and again.
Let's talk about advanced learners too, because I think this principle still applies even at higher levels.
Absolutely. Even advanced fluent speakers rely heavily on common words for most daily communication. Rare vocabulary gets used occasionally, not constantly.
So even native speakers aren't using huge, rare vocabularies most of the time.
Exactly. Most native speakers use a relatively small common vocabulary for the vast majority of their daily lives, work, family, casual conversation.
When does rare vocabulary actually matter then?
Usually in specific, specialized contexts. Academic writing, technical fields, literature, but that's a very different goal from everyday spoken fluency.
So a learner should think about their actual goal first before worrying about vocabulary size.
Exactly. If your goal is everyday conversation, focus deeply on common words. If your goal is academic writing, specialized vocabulary matters more there specifically.
That's such a helpful distinction, matching your study focus to your actual real goal.
Right, and for the vast majority of learners watching this video, everyday spoken fluency is the real goal, which means common words deserve most of their attention.
That's such an important realization for learners at every single level.
It really is. The goal isn't collecting as many words as possible, it's using the right, common words smoothly and naturally.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
Daily conversation uses mostly 800 to 1,500 words, repeated constantly, not thousands of rare words.
The most common 1,000 words cover around 80 to 90% of everyday conversation in any context.
Mastering common words deeply matters far more than memorizing rare words shallowly, especially early in your journey.
And repetition of common words isn't weakness. It's exactly how real, natural, fluent speech actually works every single day.
If you've been feeling pressure about your vocabulary size, please know you likely already know enough words to speak more confidently starting today.
Let us know in the comments if this changed how you think about vocabulary or which common word you're going to practice more this week.
We read every comment, and honestly, hearing these small realizations from you is exactly why we make videos like this one.
And honestly, if this video helped you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making honest, helpful videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much for being here today. We'll see you in the next one.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today's story is mine, and it's a hard one to tell, but an important one.
David, tell everyone what happened. Start from the beginning.
Years ago, I had a really good job. I was doing well. Then, one day, everything changed because of English.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Emma.
And I'm David, and today I'm sharing my real story with all of you.
Let's start at the beginning. What was your English level back then?
Very basic. I could read some English, I could write simple sentences, but speaking, almost nothing.
Why didn't you learn to speak earlier?
I thought I didn't need it. My job was in my home country. I never imagined English would matter so much.
What kind of work were you doing at that time?
I worked in operations, managing a team, solving daily problems. It was work I was genuinely good at, work I felt proud of.
How many years had you worked at this company?
Almost 7 years. I had built real trust there, real relationships. I felt secure, like this job was simply part of who I was.
What happened that changed everything?
My company got a new international client. Suddenly, meetings were in English, emails were in English. Everything changed overnight.
How did you first hear about this change?
My manager sent an email announcing the new client and mentioning that our team would now work directly with English-speaking partners.
How did you feel when you heard this news?
I felt real fear, cold fear in my stomach. I knew I couldn't do this job the same way anymore.
What was going through your mind during that meeting?
I kept thinking, say something, anything, but my mouth wouldn't move. I just nodded again and again, hoping nobody noticed how lost I felt.
Did anyone notice, do you think?
Looking back, I think people noticed a little, but at the time, I felt like everyone could see my fear clearly, like it was written on my face.
How did your boss react?
After the meeting, my boss called me into his office. He looked worried, not angry, just worried.
What did he say to you?
He said, "We need you to communicate with the new clients. If you can't, we may need someone else in this role."
How did you respond to him in that moment?
Honestly, I said very little. I just said, "I understand," even though inside I felt completely broken.
That must have felt devastating.
It was devastating. This job was everything to me. My family depended on my salary, and suddenly my career felt like it was ending because of English.
What did you do after hearing this?
I went home that night and I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking, I worked so hard for this job, and now I might lose it because of English.
Did you tell your family what happened?
I told my wife. She was quiet for a moment. Then she said, "So learn English, really learn it, starting tomorrow."
Were you surprised by her reaction?
A little, actually. I expected sympathy, maybe worry, but she gave me something more useful than sympathy. She gave me a clear, simple plan.
Did she say anything else that night?
She said, "You've solved harder problems than this at work for 7 years. This is just a new problem, not a different kind of person."
How did that specific comment affect you?
It changed how I saw the whole situation. I stopped thinking I'm bad at languages and started thinking this is just a problem I haven't solved yet.
That's such an important mindset shift.
It really was. That single reframe from identity to problem solving made the whole challenge feel manageable instead of impossible.
That's such simple, powerful advice.
It was. Simple, but exactly what I needed to hear at that moment.
What did you do the next day?
I found an online English tutor. My first lesson, I felt so embarrassed. My speaking was very weak, very slow.
How did the tutor respond to your weak speaking?
She was patient, very patient. She said, "Everyone starts somewhere, let's just start."
What was your daily routine after that first lesson?
I studied 30 minutes every single day before work. Vocabulary, listening, speaking practice. Every single day, no exceptions.
Did you practice at work too, or only at home?
Both, actually. I started writing simple English notes to myself during the day just to force my brain to think in English more often.
What about emails? Were those difficult too?
Very difficult at first. I would write a short email, then spend 20 minutes checking it, worried about every small mistake.
How did that email anxiety change over time?
Slowly, it got easier. After a few months, I could write a clear email in 5 minutes instead of 20, with much less worry attached.
Did work get easier quickly?
No, not quickly at all. The next few meetings were still very hard. I still made mistakes. I still felt embarrassed sometimes.
What kept you going during those hard weeks?
I kept remembering my wife's words, "Really learn it." Those words became like fuel for me every single difficult day.
Can you share a specific hard moment from this time?
Yes, one meeting I completely misunderstood a question from the client. I answered something completely wrong. Everyone looked confused.
How did you feel in that moment?
My face felt hot. I wanted to disappear. But I said, "Sorry, I misunderstood. Could you repeat that?" And they simply repeated it kindly.
What did you learn from that specific moment?
I learned that asking for clarification isn't weakness, it's actually smart. Nobody judged me harshly for asking, they just wanted to communicate clearly too.
Did you use that phrase, could you repeat that, often after this?
Constantly, actually. It became one of my most useful phrases. I stopped seeing it as embarrassing and started seeing it as a normal, smart tool.
How did the client react to you asking for clarification that day?
They were completely fine with it, actually. Kinder than I expected. One person even said, "No problem, English isn't my first language either."
That must have felt really reassuring.
It really was. In that moment, I realized many people in international business aren't native speakers either, and we were all doing our best together.
How long did you continue this daily practice?
Almost 8 months without stopping. Some days felt slow, almost no progress. Other days felt like real sudden jumps forward.
Did your boss notice any change during this time?
About 4 months, he mentioned it briefly. "Your English is getting better." Small words, but they meant so much to me.
How did that small comment affect you?
I remember driving home that day feeling lighter than I had in months. It was such a small sentence, but it felt like real proof that my effort was actually working.
Did that comment change your motivation at all?
It did. Before that, I was practicing out of fear, afraid of losing my job. After that comment, I started practicing with real hope instead, which felt completely different.
What was the real turning point in this whole story?
About 8 months in, I led an entire meeting completely in English by myself with no help from anyone else.
How did you feel right before that meeting started?
Extremely nervous, honestly. My hands were even shaking a little. But I remembered how far I'd already come, and that gave me just enough courage to begin.
How did that meeting go?
It went well, really well. I answered questions clearly, I explained our plan confidently. The client seemed satisfied and impressed.
How did you feel after that meeting ended?
I felt something I hadn't felt in months. Real pride. Not perfect English, but real, genuine confidence in myself.
What happened with your job after that meeting?
6 months later, I actually got promoted. The same English that almost destroyed my career became the exact reason I moved forward in it.
Do you remember the moment you found out about the promotion?
Yes, clearly. My boss called me into his office again, the same office from that hard conversation 8 months earlier.
How did that feel, walking into that same office again?
It felt almost poetic, honestly. The same room where I once felt like a failure became the room where I felt like a real success.
What exactly did he say this time?
He said, "You've become one of our strongest communicators with international clients. We'd like you to lead the new partnership team."
How did you respond?
I almost couldn't speak, but this time it wasn't fear. It was pure happiness. I just said, "Thank you. I won't let you down."
That's such a beautiful contrast to your first meeting in that office.
It really is. The thing that almost ended my career became the thing that changed my whole life, in a good way.
Let's talk about the emotional lessons from this story, because I think they matter beyond just career success.
The biggest lesson? Fear can either stop you completely or it can push you forward. I chose to let it push me forward, even when it felt impossible.
What would you say to someone watching this who feels stuck in a similar fear right now?
I would say your current English level is not permanent. It's simply where you are today, not where you have to stay.
Did this journey change anything beyond your career, in your personal life?
Actually, yes. Learning to push through fear at work made me braver in other parts of my life too. Trying new things, speaking up more even with friends and family.
That's such an unexpected, beautiful side effect.
It really was unexpected. I only wanted to save my job, but I ended up becoming a slightly braver, more confident version of myself overall.
Do you still study English today, even after everything you've achieved?
Yes, honestly, every single day, even now. Learning never fully stops, but it feels completely different now. It feels enjoyable, not frightening anymore.
What practical advice would you give someone starting their own journey today?
First, find something small and consistent, 30 minutes daily, like I did. Small, steady effort beats occasional big effort every single time.
What's your second piece of advice?
Second, don't wait for a crisis like mine. Start today before English becomes an emergency in your own life or career.
Third piece of advice?
Third, be honest when you don't understand something. Asking for help isn't weakness. It's actually one of the smartest things you can do.
Fourth piece of advice?
Fourth, remember, mistakes at work don't usually destroy your career. Silence and avoidance do. Speaking imperfectly is always better than staying silent.
Is there a fifth piece of advice too?
Yes. Fifth, find your own version of my wife's words. Someone or something that pushes you forward on the hard days when motivation alone isn't enough.
What did those words actually mean to you deep down?
They meant someone believed I could really do this, even when I doubted myself completely. That belief carried me through so many difficult, tiring days.
That's such important practical wisdom.
It really is. I wish someone had told me this years earlier before I had to learn it the hard, painful way.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today because repetition really helps beginners remember.
My weak English almost cost my job. My wife's simple advice, really learn it, started everything.
30 minutes daily for 8 months slowly built real confidence and real skill.
And in the end, the same English that almost destroyed my career became the reason I got promoted.
If you're feeling that same fear right now about your job, your English, your future, please know this story shows real, true change is possible.
Here's a small challenge for you today. Think of one small habit you can start today, 30 minutes, even just 15 minutes. Start today, not tomorrow.
That small decision made today could completely change your story too, just like it changed David's.
And remember, my story didn't start with confidence. It started with fear and one small, scared decision to finally begin. Yours can start exactly the same way.
Let us know in the comments if English has ever affected your job or career in a good way or a hard way.
We read every comment, and honestly, these real stories help us understand exactly how to support all of you better.
And honestly, if this story helped you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making honest, helpful videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much for being here today and for listening to David's story.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today's video is for beginners. If you're new to English, this video is for you.
We're going to learn how to introduce yourself in English. Simple words, easy sentences, and a little fun too.
Welcome back everyone. I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to say when you meet someone new.
Let's start with the most basic part, your name.
There are 2 easy ways to say your name. My name is Emma, or I'm Emma. Both are correct, both are simple.
My name is David, or I'm David. See? Easy.
A lot of learners think they need a long, fancy sentence. You don't. Short and clear is perfect.
Let's add the next part, where you're from.
I'm from Spain. I'm from Japan. I'm from Brazil. Just the country name after I'm from.
Or you can say your city. I'm from Tokyo. I'm from Madrid. Both work fine.
Let's put it together. Hi, my name is Emma. I'm from London. See how simple that is?
Let's try mine. Hi, I'm David. I'm from New York. 2 short sentences. That's a real introduction already.
Let's add one more piece, your job or what you do.
I'm a teacher. I'm a student. I'm an engineer. Just I'm a plus your job.
Small tip here. Some jobs start with a vowel sound, so we say an instead of a. I'm an engineer. I'm an artist. Listen for that little an sound.
Let's build a full introduction now. Hi, my name is David. I'm from New York. I'm a teacher.
3 simple sentences. That's really all you need for a strong, confident first introduction.
Let's talk about hobbies now, because this makes conversation more interesting.
I like music. I like cooking. I like football. Just I like plus the thing you enjoy.
You can also say, in my free time, I like to read, or simply, I love traveling.
These small additions make you sound warm and friendly, not just like you're reading a form.
Let's practice a full introduction together, step by step, out loud. Ready?
Ready? Hi, my name is Emma.
I'm from London.
I'm a teacher.
I like music and cooking.
See, 4 short lines, easy words, and it already sounds confident and friendly.
Let's talk about something really important now. Confidence isn't about perfect grammar. It's about how you speak.
This is true. Speak slowly, speak clearly, smile. These things matter more than perfect grammar, especially at the beginning.
If you make a small mistake, that's okay. Nobody expects perfect English from a beginner, and most people are kind and patient.
Let's talk about eye contact and body language too, because this is part of sounding confident, even before you say a single word.
Look at the person's eyes, not the floor. Stand up straight. A small smile goes a long way.
These small things say, I am confident, even if your English is still simple. Confidence isn't about big words, it's about your energy.
Let's learn some useful questions too, because introductions go both ways. You'll want to ask questions back.
What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? These are the same questions, just asking, not telling.
Simple structure. If you can say, I'm from Spain, you can understand, where are you from? Same words, different order.
Let's practice a short conversation with both people talking. I'll start.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Emma. What's your name?
Hi, Emma. I'm David. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?
I'm from New York. And you?
I'm from London. What do you do, David?
I'm a teacher. What about you?
I'm a teacher too. What do you like to do in your free time?
I like music and reading. What about you?
I like cooking and traveling. It was really nice talking to you.
It was nice talking to you too.
See, that whole conversation used very simple words. Simple but real and completely natural.
Let's talk about a few small phrases that make a big difference. Nice to meet you. This is very important and very common.
You say it right after someone tells you their name. Nice to meet you, David. Simple, polite, and every native speaker uses it constantly.
Another useful phrase, how are you? And the easy answer, I'm good, thank you, and you?
Remember, you don't need a long answer. Good, thanks is perfectly normal and completely natural.
Let's talk about introducing yourself in a text message or a chat app too, because this is really common now, and it's a little different from speaking.
In a message, we often start a bit more casually. Hey, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you. The word hey instead of hello feels friendly and relaxed in written messages.
You can also add a small emoji if it feels natural to you. A simple smile emoji after nice to meet you adds warmth, the same way a smile does in person.
If it's a work chat, a little more formal works better. Hi, my name is David. I'm the new team member joining this week. Simple, clear, and professional.
Let's also cover a few common questions people often ask beginners, so you're ready for them.
How long have you been learning English? A simple answer works great here. I've been learning for 6 months, or about a year now.
Do you speak any other languages?
Yes, I speak Spanish and a little French. Just list the languages, simple and clear.
What brought you here? This could mean the city, the event, or even the conversation itself. I moved here for work. I'm here for a friend's wedding. Short, honest answers work perfectly.
Let's talk about age too, because sometimes this comes up naturally, especially with new friends.
I'm 25 years old. Or simply, I'm 25. Both are correct, and the second one is even more common in casual conversation.
You don't have to share your age if you don't want to, of course, but it's good to know how to say it if the question comes up naturally.
Let's talk about where you study too if you're a student, because this is very common in introductions.
I study English. I study at the university. I'm studying to be a doctor. Just I study or I'm studying plus the subject or place.
And if someone asks, what are you studying, you can simply answer with the subject, business, medicine, English. Short answers work perfectly here too.
Let's talk about nervousness for a second, because a lot of beginners feel nervous before speaking, and that's completely normal.
It's okay to feel nervous. Even native speakers feel nervous sometimes when they meet new people. That feeling doesn't mean you're doing something wrong.
A simple trick that helps a lot, take one slow breath before you start speaking. It calms your body and it gives you a small moment to remember your simple sentences.
And remember, the person you're talking to almost never notices your nervousness as much as you think they do. Most people are focused on the conversation, not judging your English.
Let's talk about a common mistake beginners make, adding too many extra words trying to sound more advanced than necessary.
This is such a good point. Simple, clear sentences sound more confident than long, confusing ones with mistakes inside them.
"I'm from Spain" is much stronger than a long, confusing sentence that's trying too hard to sound impressive.
Short and clear beats long and confusing every single time, especially for beginners building real confidence.
Let's talk about a few more small words you can add to make your introduction even warmer and friendlier.
It's a pleasure to meet you. This is a little more formal than nice to meet you, but still very easy to use, and it sounds warm and respectful.
You can also say, "I'm happy to be here," or "I'm excited to meet you." Simple feeling words added to your introduction.
These small feeling words show your personality, not just facts about you, and that makes people feel more connected to you.
Let's talk about small talk too, because after an introduction, people often talk about easy, safe topics like the weather or the place you're in.
Nice weather today, right? It's so hot today. This place is really nice. Simple comments, not deep questions, just friendly, easy conversation starters.
You can also comment on the event or the place. "This is a great event. I love this coffee shop." Small, positive comments help the conversation feel relaxed and easy.
Let's practice this with a short example.
"Hi, Emma. I'm David. Nice weather today, right?"
Hi, Emma. I'm David. Yes, it's a really beautiful today. Is this your first time here?
"Yes, actually, this is my first time. I heard the food here is really good."
It really is. I come here often. What do you usually order?
"I'm not sure yet. What do you recommend?"
Notice how natural that felt? No big grammar, no hard words, just simple, friendly small talk, and it flows really naturally into a longer conversation.
Let's talk about talking about your family too, because this often comes up naturally in a conversation.
I have 2 sisters. I have 1 brother. I live with my family. Simple sentences, easy words, real information.
Or, "I'm married. I have a daughter. I have a son." All very simple, very common in everyday conversation.
Let's talk about pets too, because a lot of people love talking about their animals, and it's a really easy, fun topic.
"I have a dog. I have a cat. I have 2 dogs." Simple sentence, easy words, and usually a topic people enjoy talking more about.
You can add a name too. I have a dog. His name is Max. I have a cat. Her name is Luna. Small detail, but it makes the conversation feel more personal and friendly.
Let's talk about favorite things too, because this is another easy, fun way to share more about yourself.
My favorite food is pizza. My favorite color is blue. My favorite season is summer. Just my favorite plus the category plus your answer.
These are wonderful topics for beginners specifically because the vocabulary is simple, but the conversation still feels personal and interesting.
Let's practice a short example using pets and favorites together.
"Hi, Emma. I'm Emma. I have a dog. His name is Max. My favorite food is pasta."
Hi, Emma. That's so nice. I have a cat. Her name is Luna. My favorite food is pizza.
We should introduce Max and Luna sometime.
That would be really fun.
See how easy and natural that felt? Simple topics, simple words, but a real, warm connection between 2 people.
Let's talk about your language too, because this is such a natural thing to mention when you're speaking a second language.
I'm learning English. English is my second language. I speak Spanish and English. These are completely normal things to say, and honestly, people usually find it really interesting.
Never feel embarrassed to say, I'm still learning English. Most people respect that a lot, and they'll usually speak a little slower and more clearly for you out of kindness.
Let's do one more full practice round, a little different this time, so you can see how flexible these simple pieces really are.
Hello, I'm Emma. I'm from Canada. I work as a nurse. I love painting and yoga in my free time.
Hi, Emma. Nice to meet you. I'm David. I'm from Italy. I'm a chef. I really enjoy football and movies.
See how we just changed a few small words, but the whole structure stayed exactly the same? That's the real secret here.
Once you learn this simple pattern, name, country, job, hobby, you can introduce yourself anywhere to anyone with real confidence.
Let's talk about one more useful skill now, ending the conversation politely, because a good introduction needs a good ending too.
It was nice meeting you. I hope we talk again soon. See you later. These are simple, friendly ways to end the conversation.
You don't need anything complicated here either. A warm, simple goodbye leaves just as good an impression as a warm, simple hello.
Let's do one final practice example. Imagine you're meeting someone at a party, not at work or school.
Hi, I'm Emma. It's a pleasure to meet you. What's your name?
Hi, Emma. I'm David. Nice to meet you too. Do you live around here?
Yes, I live near here. I'm from Canada originally, but I moved here 2 years ago. What about you?
I'm from Italy. I moved here last year, actually. I'm still learning English, so please speak slowly with me.
Of course, no problem at all. What do you do here?
I'm a chef. I work at a small restaurant downtown. What about you?
I'm a nurse. I work at the hospital near the park.
That's wonderful, Emma. It was really nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you too, David. I hope we talk again soon.
See how natural that felt? Simple words, real questions, a little personality, and a friendly ending. That's a real, complete introduction.
And notice, David even said, I'm still learning English. Please speak slowly. That's a perfectly normal, confident thing to say, not something to feel shy about at all.
Let's talk about a slightly different situation now. Introducing yourself in a job interview, because this is a little more formal than meeting someone at a party.
In a job interview, we usually start with thank you to sound polite and prepared. Thank you for having me. My name is Emma.
Then you can add a little more detail than usual. I have 3 years of experience as a nurse. I studied nursing at university. Small, simple facts about your background.
You can also mention why you're interested. I'm really interested in this job because I love helping people. Simple reason, simple words. Still very clear and confident.
Let's practice a short interview introduction together.
Thank you for having me. My name is David. I'm a chef with 5 years of experience. I studied cooking in Italy and I moved here 2 years ago. I'm really excited about this opportunity.
That's wonderful, David. Thank you for sharing that. Let's talk a little about your experience.
See how the structure is still simple? Thank you, name, experience, background, reason. Just a little more formal than a casual party introduction, but still built from the same easy pieces.
Let's talk about one more situation too. Introducing yourself online on a video call, because this is very common now for work, for classes, for online meetings.
On a video call, we usually start a little differently. Hi everyone, can you hear me okay? This is very common and completely normal to ask first.
Then a simple introduction. My name is Emma and I'm joining from London. I'm calling from London also works well here.
If it's a work meeting, you might add your role. I'm the new marketing assistant. I work in the design team. Simple, clear, easy to understand for everyone listening.
Let's practice one short video call introduction together.
Hi everyone, can you hear me okay? Great. My name is David and I'm joining from Italy. I'm the new chef on the team. It's really nice to meet everyone today.
Perfect. Welcome to the team, David. We're happy to have you.
Notice again, still very simple words, just adjusted slightly for a video call setting. Joining from, can you hear me? Small phrases that fit this specific situation.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
Your name? I'm David, or my name is David. Where you're from? I'm from plus your country or city.
Your job. I'm a plus your job. Your hobbies. I like plus the thing you enjoy.
And remember, smile, speak slowly, and look at the person. Confidence comes from these small things, not perfect grammar.
Practice this out loud today, even alone in your room. Say your own real introduction using exactly this pattern.
Hi, my name is, I'm from, I'm a, I like. Fill in your own real answers and say it out loud, right now if you can.
The more you say it out loud, the easier and more natural it becomes. And the less scary it feels the next time you meet someone new.
Let us know in the comments. Write your own introduction there using exactly this pattern. We would love to read it.
We read every comment, and it genuinely helps us to see you practicing and using what you learned today.
And honestly, if this video helped you feel a little more confident, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making simple, clear videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much for being here today. We'll see you in the next. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today's video is fun and a little tricky too. 10 English words that a lot of people say wrong, even after years of studying.
Don't worry, we're going to make this easy. Simple words, simple explanations, and lots of practice.
Welcome back everyone. I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and by the end of this video, you'll say these 10 words correctly with real confidence.
Let's start with word number 1, comfortable.
A lot of learners say every letter, comfortable, but native speakers say it shorter, comfortable. 3 parts, not 4.
Say it with me, slowly. Comf, her, bowl. Now together. Comfortable.
Try it in a sentence. This chair is comfortable. Say that with me.
This chair is comfortable. Great job.
Here's a small memory tip for this word. Think of the word comfort, which you probably already know, and just add a small turble sound at the end. That makes it much easier to remember.
Word number 2, vegetable.
This one's similar. Learners often say veg-eatable, all 4 parts. But native speakers say vegetable, shorter, smoother.
Let's break it down. Veg, bull. Together now. Vegetable.
In a sentence, I eat vegetables every day. Try that with me.
I eat vegetables every day. Nice and easy.
A helpful memory tip here too, think of the word vegetarian, which sounds a little similar at the start, veg, and that can help you remember the correct sound.
Word number 3, Wednesday.
This word looks confusing because of the letters, but the sound is actually simple. We don't say the first D. Wednesday becomes Wednesday.
Let's practice. Wens, day. Together. Wednesday.
In a sentence, I have class on Wednesday. Try it with me.
I have class on Wednesday. See? Much easier than it looks written down.
A fun way to remember this, think of it as 2 words joined together, Wens plus day, and just forget about that silent D completely when you speak.
Word number 4, island.
This word has a silent S. We don't hear it at all. I land, not Iceland.
Let's practice. I, land. Together. Island.
In a sentence, I want to visit an island. Try it.
I want to visit an island. Perfect.
Memory tip here, just think I plus land, like your eye is looking at land in the ocean. That little picture in your head can help the sound stick.
Word number 5, clothes.
This one's tricky because of the th and s together. A lot of learners say every sound clearly, clothes, but native speakers often blend it into something closer to close.
Let's practice. Close. Just one smooth sound. Try it.
Clothes. In a sentence, I need to buy new clothes. Try it with me.
I need to buy new clothes. Great.
Word number 6, iron.
This word looks like it should sound like iron, but it doesn't. We say iron. The O almost disappears.
Let's practice. I, earn. Together, iron.
In a sentence, I need to iron my shirt. Try it.
I need to iron my shirt. Perfect. Well done.
A simple memory tip for this one. Just remember I plus earn like 2 small pieces and skip the on sound you might expect from the spelling.
Word number 7, recipe.
A lot of learners pronounce the last part like pipe, recipe, but it's actually softer, recipe.
Let's practice. Re, sa, p. Together, recipe.
In a sentence, this is my favorite recipe. Try it with me.
This is my favorite recipe. Nice job. Word number 8, salmon.
This word has a silent L. A lot of learners say salmon, but native speakers say salmon.
Let's practice. Sam, un. Together, salmon.
In a sentence, I love eating salmon. Try it.
I love eating salmon. Excellent.
Memory tip. Think of a person's name, Sam, plus a small un sound at the end. Simple picture, easy to remember.
Word number 9, world.
This one's small but tricky. Some learners add an extra sound between were and erled, but it's just one smooth sound, world.
Let's practice world. One smooth word. Try it with me.
World. In a sentence, I want to travel around the world. Try it.
I want to travel around the world. Great job.
Memory tip. Say it fast, like one quick beat, not two separate parts. That quick single beat is exactly the native sound.
Word number 10, our last one, police.
A lot of learners put the stress on the first part, police, but native speakers stress the second part, police.
Let's practice. Po-lice. Together with stress on the second part, police.
In a sentence, I called the police. Try it with me.
I called the police. Wonderful.
Memory tip. Think of the word release, which rhymes with the second part of police. That rhyme can really help the stress feel natural.
Let's do a fun, fast round now. I'll say a word and you say it with me, out loud, quickly.
Ready? Comfortable.
Vegetable.
Wednesday.
Island.
Clothes.
Iron.
Recipe.
Gammon.
World.
Police.
Great job. 10 words all in a row. That's real practice.
We actually have 3 bonus words too, because you all did so well. Let's add a little more practice.
Bonus word 1. Though. A lot of learners try to say every letter, but it's actually very short. Though, almost like the word go, but with a TH sound.
Let's practice. So, in a sentence, I like tea, so I prefer coffee. Try it with me.
I like tea, though I prefer coffee. Very nice.
Bonus word 2. Focus. Some learners put the stress in the wrong place, but it's simple. Fo-cuss. Stress on the first part.
Let's practice focus. In a sentence, I need to focus on my work. Try it.
I need to focus on my work. Great job.
Bonus word 3. Hour. This word has a silent H. We say hour, exactly like the word for belonging to us.
Let's practice. Hour. In a sentence, I'll be there in 1 hour. Try it with me.
I'll be there in 1 hour. Wonderful. 13 words total now, all practiced today.
Let's add 2 more bonus words too, because these 2 come up so often in daily conversation.
Bonus word 4. Wednesday's cousin, February. A lot of learners say every letter here too, February, but native speakers often skip a sound saying February.
Let's practice. Feb, you, airy. Together, February. In a sentence, my birthday is in February. Try it with me.
My birthday is in February. Very nice.
Bonus word 5. Often. Some learners pronounce the T clearly, off-ten, but a lot of native speakers say often with a silent T.
Let's practice off, n. Together, often. In a sentence, I often drink tea in the morning. Try it.
I often drink tea in the morning. Wonderful. 15 words total, all practiced today.
Let's talk about something called minimal pairs, because this is a really helpful idea for pronunciation practice.
A minimal pair is 2 words that sound almost the same except for one small sound. Practicing these helps your ear and your mouth notice small, important differences.
For example, ship and sheep. Same word almost, but a different vowel sound completely changes the meaning.
Or live, meaning to be alive, and leave, meaning to go away. Very similar sounds, very different meanings.
Practicing pairs like this, saying them one after another, ship, sheep, trains your ear to hear small differences and trains your mouth to make them correctly too.
You can find lists of minimal pairs online, and practicing just a few pairs each week is a wonderful addition to the word list we learned today.
Let's talk about why English pronunciation is often confusing, because I think understanding this helps a lot.
English spelling and English sound don't always match. A letter you see doesn't always mean you hear that exact sound. This confuses learners a lot, and it's completely normal to feel confused by this.
There's actually a historical reason for this too. English borrowed words from many different languages over hundreds of years. French, Latin, German, and many more, and each language brought its own spelling patterns with it.
So, English spelling is really a mix of many different systems, all combined together, which is exactly why the rules feel inconsistent sometimes. It's not you, it's genuinely a messy, mixed language.
Knowing this history can actually feel a little comforting because it shows the confusion isn't a personal failure. It's simply how the language developed naturally over a very long time.
The best way to learn correct pronunciation isn't just reading words, it's listening to native speakers and repeating out loud many times, exactly like we just practiced together.
Your mouth needs practice too, not just your brain. Saying words out loud again and again, slowly at first, helps your mouth learn the correct movement.
Let's talk about a helpful technique too. Recording your own voice and comparing it to a native speaker saying the same word.
This is such a useful trick. Say the word, record it on your phone, then listen to yourself. It feels a little strange at first, but it really helps you notice the small differences.
Then find a video or app where a native speaker says the exact same word and listen carefully, comparing the two sounds side by side.
You don't need to be perfect right away. Just notice small differences, try again, and slowly, over time, your pronunciation gets closer and closer to the native sound.
Another helpful tip, practice in front of a mirror. Watching your own mouth move while you say a word helps you understand exactly how your mouth should move for that specific sound.
This feels funny at first. A lot of people feel shy doing this, but it's genuinely one of the fastest ways to improve pronunciation, especially for tricky sounds like the ones we practiced today.
Let's talk about a simple daily practice method, something easy you can start today.
Pick 3 new words each day. Find them in a video, a song, or a conversation. Say each word out loud, slowly, 5 times, then use it in one simple sentence.
This small, simple habit, just a few minutes a day, builds real, lasting pronunciation improvement over time.
Let's do a small quiz now, just for fun, to test what we learned today. I'll describe a word and you try to remember how to say it.
Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
This word has a silent S and means a piece of land surrounded by water.
Island, island.
Perfect. Next one. This word has a silent L and it's a type of fish.
Salmon, salmon.
Excellent. One more. This word means not hard to use, and we say it in only 3 parts, not 4.
Comfortable, comfortable.
Great job! You really remembered today's lesson well. That's exactly how real learning works. Small quizzes like this help the words stick in your memory.
Let's also talk about something important. Don't feel bad about mistakes. Every single native speaker made pronunciation mistakes when they were young too, learning their own language.
Mistakes are a normal, healthy part of learning. The people who improve fastest are the people who keep speaking out loud, even with mistakes, not the people who stay silent out of fear.
I remember when I was learning my second language, I said a completely wrong word by accident in front of a big group of people, and everyone laughed a little.
What happened after that?
At first, I felt embarrassed, but then I just laughed too, and someone kindly told me the correct word. And you know what? I never forgot that word again, because the mistake actually helped me remember it better.
That's such a good point. Sometimes a mistake followed by a correction teaches you more than reading a word quietly in a book ever could.
Exactly. So don't be afraid of saying these 10 words wrong sometimes while you're practicing. Every mistake is actually a small step towards saying it perfectly.
Let's do one more full practice round using all 10 words in short, simple sentences one more time for good practice.
This chair is comfortable. I eat vegetables every day.
I have class on Wednesday. I want to visit an island.
I need to buy new clothes. I need to iron my shirt.
This is my favorite recipe. I love eating salmon.
I want to travel around the world. I called the police.
Wonderful. 10 sentences, 10 tricky words, all practiced clearly.
Let's talk about something interesting too. Some of these words actually sound a little different depending on the country, American English or British English.
That's true. For example, schedule. American speakers often say schedule, while British speakers often say schedule. Both are correct, just regional differences.
Or the word vase. Americans often say it like vase, while British speakers often say it like vase. Again, both correct, just regional differences.
Don't worry too much about choosing the perfect accent. What matters most is being clear and understood. Both American and British pronunciations are completely normal and correct.
A good tip here, pick one accent you enjoy listening to. American, British, Australian, whichever feels most natural to you for now, and focus mainly on that one for now.
You can always learn other accents later once you feel comfortable. Trying to learn every accent at the same time right at the beginning can actually feel more confusing than helpful.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
Comfortable, vegetable, Wednesday, island, clothes, iron, recipe, salmon, world, and police. 10 words that look tricky but sound simple once you know the pattern.
Remember, listen carefully, repeat out loud, and don't worry about small mistakes. Your mouth needs practice, just like any new skill.
Try saying all 10 words out loud right now, one more time before you finish watching this video.
Let us know in the comments which word was the hardest for you and which word you're going to practice this week.
We read every comment, and it genuinely helps us to know exactly which words to cover in future videos too.
And honestly, if this video helps you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making simple, clear videos like this one made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much for being. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today's video is really fun. We're explaining confusing English phrases, the ones that don't mean what the words say.
These phrases confuse a lot of learners because if you translate word by word, nothing makes sense. But don't worry, we're going to make it easy today.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and let's start with phrase number 1. Break a leg.
This does not mean hurt your leg. It means good luck. We say this before a show, a performance, or a big event.
For example, you have a big presentation today. Break a leg. It means, I hope it goes well for you.
Let's practice. Say it with me. Break a leg.
Break a leg. Simple, and now you know what it really means.
Phrase number 2. It's a piece of cake.
This doesn't mean real cake. It means something is very easy. Don't worry about the test. It's a piece of cake.
Let's practice. This is a piece of cake. Try it with me.
This is a piece of cake, meaning this is very easy.
Phrase number 3. It's raining cats and dogs.
No animals falling from the sky. This means it's raining very, very hard.
For example, I can't go outside. It's raining cats and dogs. Let's practice.
It's raining cats and dogs, meaning heavy, strong rain.
Phrase number 4. That costs an arm and a leg.
This doesn't mean you pay with body parts. It means something is very, very expensive.
That new phone costs an arm and a leg. Let's practice. Say it with me.
It costs an arm and a leg, meaning it's very expensive.
Phrase number 5. I'm going to hit the sack.
This doesn't mean hitting a bag. It means going to sleep, going to bed.
I'm really tired. I'm going to hit the sack. Let's practice.
I'm going to hit the sack, meaning I'm going to bed now.
Phrase number 6. I'm feeling under the weather.
This doesn't mean standing under clouds. It means feeling a little sick.
I can't come today. I'm feeling under the weather. Let's practice.
I'm under the weather, meaning I feel sick.
Phrase number 7. Don't spill the beans.
No real beans here. It means don't tell the secret.
It's a surprise party. Don't spill the beans. Let's practice.
Don't spill the beans, meaning don't tell the secret.
Phrase number 8. She let the cat out of the bag.
No cat, no bag. It means she accidentally told a secret.
He let the cat out of the bag about the surprise. Let's practice.
Let the cat out of the bag, meaning told the secret by accident.
Phrase number 9. This happens once in a blue moon.
The moon isn't really blue. It means something happens very rarely.
I eat fast food once in a blue moon. Let's practice.
Once in a blue moon, meaning very rarely.
Phrase number 10. The ball is in your court now.
No sports here. It means it's your turn to decide or act.
I gave my answer. Now the ball is in your court. Let's practice.
The ball is in your court, meaning it's your turn now.
Phrase number 11. I'm on the fence about this.
No real fence. It means you can't decide, you're unsure.
I'm on the fence about the new job offer. Let's practice.
I'm on the fence, meaning I can't decide.
Phrase number 12. Hang in there.
No hanging here. It means stay strong, don't give up.
I know it's hard, but hang in there. Let's practice.
Hang in there, meaning stay strong, keep going.
Phrase number 13. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
No real birds. It means completing 2 things with one single action.
I'll go to the store and visit my friend, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's practice.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, meaning do 2 things at once.
Phrase number 14. Please pull yourself together.
No physical pulling. It means calm down, control your emotions.
I know you're upset, but please pull yourself together. Let's practice.
Pull yourself together, meaning calm down and control yourself.
Phrase number 15. Speak of the devil.
No real devil. We say this when someone we're talking about suddenly appears.
We were just talking about you. Speak of the devil. Let's practice.
Speak of the devil, meaning that person just appeared while we talked about them.
Phrase number 16. We're back to square one.
No real square. It means starting over from the beginning.
The plan failed, so we're back to square one. Let's practice.
Back to square one, meaning starting again from the beginning.
Phrase number 17. I need to bite the bullet.
No real biting. It means doing something difficult that you've been avoiding.
I hate the dentist, but I need to bite the bullet and go. Let's practice.
Bite the bullet, meaning do the hard thing you've been avoiding.
Phrase number 18. Let's call it a day.
No phone calls here. It means stopping work for the day, finishing.
We're tired. Let's call it a day. Let's practice.
Call it a day, meaning stop working now, finish for today.
Phrase number 19. Don't cut corners on this project.
No scissors, no real corners. It means don't do a job badly to save time or money.
This is important. Don't cut corners. Let's practice.
Cut corners, meaning doing something badly or quickly to save effort.
Phrase number 20. Things got out of hand.
No hands falling off. It means a situation became uncontrolled or too much.
The party got out of hand very quickly. Let's practice.
Get out of hand, meaning becoming uncontrolled.
Let's do a fast review round now. I'll say the phrase, you try to remember the meaning.
Ready? Break a leg.
Good luck.
Piece of cake.
Very easy.
Under the weather.
Feeling sick.
Bill the beans.
Tell the secret.
Once in a blue moon.
Very rarely.
Hang in there.
Stay strong.
Back to square one.
Starting over.
Call it a day.
Stop working now.
Great job. You really remembered all of these well.
Let's add 10 more phrases because you're doing so well today.
Phrase 21. I'm in the loop about this.
No real loop. It means you know the latest information. You're informed.
Please keep me in the loop about the project. Let's practice.
In the loop, meaning informed, knowing what's happening.
Phrase 22. I missed the boat on that opportunity.
No real boat. It means you missed a chance. Too late now.
I wanted that job, but I missed the boat. Let's practice.
Missed the boat, meaning missed a chance or opportunity.
Phrase 23. We're finally on the same page.
No real page. It means everyone understands and agrees now.
After our talk, we're on the same page. Let's practice.
On the same page, meaning everyone agrees and understands together.
Phrase 24. Let's cut to the chase.
No real chasing, it means let's skip the small details and get to the important point.
I don't have much time. Let's cut to the chase. Let's practice.
Cut to the chase, meaning get straight to the point.
Phrase 25. That will happen when pigs fly.
No flying pigs ever. It means something will never happen.
He'll clean his room when pigs fly. Let's practice.
When pigs fly, meaning this will never happen.
Phrase 26. That was the last straw.
No real straw here. It means the final small problem that makes you finally react.
He was late again. That was the last straw for me. Let's practice.
The last straw, meaning the final problem that makes you finally react.
Phrase 27. The plan is still up in the air.
Nothing is really floating. It means the plan isn't decided yet, still uncertain.
Our vacation plans are still up in the air. Let's practice.
Up in the air, meaning not decided yet.
Phrase 28. Your guess is as good as mine.
This means I don't know either. Nobody really knows the answer. Why is the bus late? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's practice.
Your guess is as good as mine, meaning I don't know either. Phrase 39. Let's sit tight and wait.
No physical tightness. It means wait patiently. Don't act yet.
We don't have news yet. Let's just sit tight. Let's practice.
Sit tight, meaning wait patiently.
Phrase 30, our last one for today. I gave him a piece of my mind.
No real piece of a brain. It means telling someone honestly and often angrily what you think.
He was so rude, I gave him a piece of my mind. Let's practice.
A piece of my mind, meaning telling someone honestly what you really think.
30 confusing phrases. That's a lot of new, useful English today.
Let's add 10 more since you're doing so well, and there are so many great ones left to cover.
Phrase 31. Let's take it with a grain of salt.
No real salt. It means don't believe something completely. Be a little doubtful.
You said it's true, but take it with a grain of salt. Let's practice.
Take it with a grain of salt, meaning don't fully believe it.
Phrase 32. I'm feeling a bit blue today.
Not really the color. It means feeling sad.
I don't know why, I'm just feeling blue today. Let's practice.
Feeling blue, meaning feeling sad.
Phrase 33. Let's get down to business.
No literal getting down. It means let's stop talking casually and start the real work.
Okay, everyone, let's get down to business. Let's practice.
Get down to business, meaning start the serious work now.
Phrase 34. That's the best thing since sliced bread.
No real bread here. It means something is really wonderful, a great invention or idea.
This new app is the best thing since sliced bread. Let's practice.
Best thing since sliced bread, meaning something really excellent.
Phrase 35. I'm all ears.
No extra ears. It means I'm listening carefully. Please tell me.
Tell me what happened. I'm all ears. Let's practice.
I'm all ears, meaning I'm listening carefully.
Phrase 36. It's not rocket science.
No real rockets. It means something isn't very complicated or difficult.
Cooking pasta isn't rocket science. Let's practice.
Not rocket science, meaning not very difficult.
Phrase 37. Let's touch base next week.
No physical touching, no bases. It means let's talk again briefly soon.
I'll touch base with you next week about the plan. Let's practice.
Touch base, meaning talk again soon, briefly.
Phrase 38. I'm on thin ice with my boss.
No real ice here. It means you're in a risky situation, close to trouble. I was late again. I'm on thin ice at work. Let's practice.
On thin ice, meaning in a risky situation, close to trouble. Phrase 39. Let's not beat around the bush.
No real bushes involved. It means say directly what you mean. Don't avoid the topic.
Just tell me directly. Don't beat around the bush. Let's practice.
Beat around the bush, meaning avoiding saying something directly.
Phrase 40. Our true last one today. That's water under the bridge now.
No real water or bridge. It means something from the past that doesn't matter anymore.
We had a disagreement, but that's water under the bridge now. Let's practice.
Water under the bridge, meaning something from the past that's no longer important.
40 idioms total. Honestly, that's an incredible amount of new English today.
Let's do 10 final ones, our last group, because you all are handling this so well.
Phrase 41. Break the ice at the party.
No real ice, it means starting a conversation to make people feel comfortable.
He told a joke to break the ice. Let's practice.
Break the ice, meaning start a conversation to feel comfortable.
Phrase 42. I'm just winging it today.
No real wings, it means doing something without planning, going with the flow.
I didn't prepare. I'm just winging it. Let's practice.
Winging it, meaning doing something without preparation.
Phrase 43. Let's play it by ear.
No real ears listening to a plan, it means deciding as things happen, no fixed plan.
We don't have a schedule. Let's just play it by ear. Let's practice.
Play it by ear, meaning decide as you go, no fixed plan.
Phrase 44. I'm feeling a little off today.
This means not feeling quite normal, maybe slightly sick or in a strange mood.
I don't know why. I'm feeling a bit off today. Let's practice.
Feeling off, meaning not feeling completely normal.
Phrase 45. Let's give it a shot.
No real shooting, it means let's try it, attempt it.
I've never cooked this before, but let's give it a shot. Let's practice.
Give it a shot, meaning let's try it.
Phrase 46. That's a long shot.
Still no real shooting, it means something unlikely to succeed, but still possible.
Winning the lottery is a long shot, but I'll try. Let's practice.
A long shot, meaning unlikely but possible.
Phrase 47. I need to think outside the box.
No real box involved, it means thinking creatively, differently from usual.
We need a new idea. Let's think outside the box. Let's practice.
Think outside the box, meaning think creatively, differently.
Phrase 48. Let's wrap things up.
No real wrapping paper, it means finishing something, ending it.
It's getting late. Let's wrap things up. Let's practice.
Wrap things up, meaning finish, end something.
Phrase 49. I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
No real crossing fingers needed for luck, but we do it anyway. It means hoping for good luck.
I have an interview tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Let's practice.
Fingers crossed, meaning hoping for good luck.
Phrase 50. Our final phrase for today. That's a whole different ballgame.
No real sports here, it means a completely different situation than expected.
Cooking for 2 is easy, but cooking for 20 is a whole different ballgame. Let's practice.
A whole different ballgame, meaning a completely different, often harder situation.
50 idioms. We genuinely covered so much today. I'm impressed with all of you for staying with us this whole time.
Let's talk about why English has so many phrases like this, because I think it's genuinely interesting.
These are called idioms. Every language has idioms, phrases that don't mean they're literal words. It's not just English being difficult on purpose.
Native speakers use idioms constantly without even thinking about it. That's actually why they can be so confusing for learners, because they're used so naturally and quickly.
A lot of idioms actually come from very old stories, jobs, or daily life from hundreds of years ago. Bite the bullet, for example, comes from old times when soldiers bit on a bullet during painful medical treatment because there was no other pain relief available.
And break the ice comes from old ships which literally had to break through ice on frozen rivers to start moving again. The phrase stuck around, even though we don't break real ice anymore.
Learning a little bit of history behind idioms can actually make them much easier and more interesting to remember, instead of just memorizing random phrases with no connection.
The best way to learn idioms isn't memorizing a huge list all at once. It's learning a few at a time and noticing them when you hear them in real shows, songs, or conversations.
Let's talk about a simple practice method too. Pick 3 idioms from today and try to use each one in a real sentence about your own life today.
For example, I need to bite the bullet and clean my room. Or my vacation plans are still up in the air. Real personal sentences help you remember much better.
Let's do one more full round using idioms in real, complete sentences. One more time for good practice.
I have a big test tomorrow. Break a leg to me. Actually, wait, that's wrong. Someone else says that to me.
That's a great point, actually. Someone else says break a leg to you. You don't say it to yourself. Good catch.
Let's do it correctly. My friend has a big test tomorrow. I told her break a leg.
This homework is a piece of cake for me. I'll finish it quickly.
It's raining cats and dogs outside, so bring an umbrella.
That new laptop costs an arm and a leg, so I'm saving money first.
I'm tired. I'm going to hit the sack early tonight.
I'm feeling under the weather today, so I'm staying home and resting.
Wonderful examples. See how naturally these fit into real, everyday sentences?
Let's talk about a common mistake, too. Using idioms too often or in the wrong situation, like a very formal meeting.
That's such a good point. Idioms are usually casual, so they fit conversations with friends, family, and casual settings much better than formal business writing.
So, a simple rule: use idioms with friends and in casual talking, but be a little more careful with them in very formal writing, like an important email.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
We learned 50 idioms today. Phrases like break a leg, piece of cake, under the weather, spill the beans, and many more.
Remember, idioms don't mean they're literal words. They have a special, different meaning, and native speakers use them constantly in daily conversation.
The best way to remember: use a few in real sentences about your own life and notice them when you hear native speakers using them naturally.
Let us know in the comments which idiom was your favorite today, or which one confused you the most before this video.
We read every comment, and honestly, we might make a part 2 with even more confusing phrases if you all enjoy this one.
And honestly, if this video helped you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making simple, fun videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much for being here today. We'll see you in the next.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
You asked for more, so here it is, part 3 of Say This Instead of That. 40 brand new swaps, all different from parts 1 and 2.
Same easy format, simple swaps, better words, right away, starting today.
Welcome back everyone, I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and let's start with swap number 1. Don't say, that's dumb. Say, I'm not sure I agree with that.
That's dumb attacks an idea harshly. I'm not sure I agree with that says the same doubt much more kindly.
Let's practice. I'm not sure I agree with that, honestly. Try it.
I'm not sure I agree with that, honestly. Kind and clear.
Swap number 2. Don't say whatever you say. Say, okay, let's go with your idea this time.
Whatever you say can sound sarcastic or annoyed. Okay, let's go with your idea this time sounds supportive and genuine.
Let's practice. Okay, let's go with your idea this time. Try it.
Okay, let's go with your idea this time. Supportive and warm.
Swap number 3. Don't say you're lying. Say, I'm having trouble believing that.
You're lying is a direct accusation. I'm having trouble believing that expresses doubt more gently.
Let's practice. I'm having trouble believing that, honestly. Try it.
I'm having trouble believing that, honestly. Honest and calm.
Swap number 4. Don't say that's a lame excuse. Say, can you help me understand what happened?
That's a lame excuse dismisses the person immediately. Can you help me understand invites real explanation instead.
Let's practice. Can you help me understand what happened? Try it.
Can you help me understand what happened? Curious and open.
Swap number 5. Don't say, I don't feel like it. Say, I'm not really up for it right now.
I don't feel like it can sound a bit blunt. I'm not really up for it right now is softer, still honest.
Let's practice. I'm not really up for it right now. Maybe later. Try it.
I'm not really up for it right now. Maybe later. Soft and honest.
Swap number 6. Don't say, you're overthinking this. Say, it sounds like this is really on your mind lately.
You're overthinking this dismisses someone's worry. It sounds like this is really on your mind shows understanding instead.
Let's practice. It sounds like this is really on your mind lately. Try it.
It sounds like this is really on your mind lately. Understanding and warm.
Swap number 7. Don't say, that's not my style. Say, I'd probably choose something different.
That's not my style can sound a little dismissive of the choice. I'd probably choose something different, but it looks nice, is a softer personal opinion.
Let's practice. I'd probably choose something different, but it looks nice. Try it.
I'd probably choose something different, but it looks nice. Gentle and kind.
Swap number 8. Don't say, I'm not paying for that. Say, that's a bit outside my budget right now.
I'm not paying for that can sound blunt. That's a bit outside my budget right now explains the reason politely.
Let's practice. That's a bit outside my budget right now. Sorry. Try it.
That's a bit outside my budget right now. Sorry. Polite and clear.
Swap number 9. Don't say, you're being difficult. Say, I feel like we're having trouble agreeing today.
You're being difficult blames the other person directly. I feel like we're having trouble agreeing shares the responsibility calmly.
Let's practice. I feel like we're having trouble agreeing today. Try it.
I feel like we're having trouble agreeing today. Shared and calm.
Swap number 10. Don't say, that's the worst idea ever. Say, I have some concerns about this idea.
That's the worst idea ever is extreme and hurtful. I have some concerns is honest, without exaggeration.
Let's practice. I have some concerns about this idea. Can we talk? Try it.
I have some concerns about this idea. Can we talk? Honest and calm.
10 swaps done. Let's do a quick review out loud together.
That's dumb becomes, I'm not sure I agree with that.
You're lying becomes, I'm having trouble believing that.
I don't feel like it becomes, I'm not really up for it right now.
Great job. Let's keep going. 10 more swaps coming up.
Swap number 11. Don't say, I don't respect that. Say, that's not something I would choose to do.
I don't respect that can sound judgmental. That's not something I would choose to do is a personal statement, not a judgment of others.
Let's practice. That's not something I would choose to do myself. Try it.
That's not something I would choose to do myself. Personal and calm.
Swap number 12. Don't say, nobody asked you. Say, I appreciate the input, but I've decided already.
Nobody asked you is very harsh and dismissive. I appreciate the input, but I've decided already is respectful, still firm.
Let's practice. I appreciate the input, but I've decided already. Try it.
I appreciate the input, but I've decided already. Respectful and firm.
Swap number 13. Don't say you're exaggerating. Say, that sounds like a really intense experience.
You're exaggerating dismisses someone's story. That sounds like a really intense experience. Wow. Shows belief and empathy instead.
Let's practice. That sounds like a really intense experience. Wow. Try it.
That sounds like a really intense experience. Wow. Empathetic and warm.
Swap number 14. Don't say that's a terrible plan. Say, I think we might want to reconsider this plan a little.
That's a terrible plan is harsh and can shut down conversation. I think we might want to reconsider instead invites discussion.
Let's practice. I think we might want to reconsider this plan a little.
Try it. I think we might want to reconsider this plan a little. Thoughtful and open.
Swap number 15. Don't say, I don't owe you an explanation. Say, I'd rather not get into the details right now.
I'd rather not get into the details right now is softer, still sets a boundary.
Let's practice. I'd rather not get into the details right now, sorry.
I'd rather not get into the details right now, kind and firm.
Swap number 16. Don't say, I already know that. Say, right, I remember that too.
I already know that can sound a little impatient or dismissive. Right, I remember that too. Keeps the conversation warm and collaborative.
Let's practice. Right, I remember that too. Go on.
Right, I remember that too. Go on. Warm and encouraging.
Swap number 17. Don't say, that's not how it works. Say, actually, I think it works a little differently.
Actually, I think it works a little differently. Let me explain. Softens your correction.
Let's practice. Actually, I think it works a little differently. Let me explain.
Actually, I think it works a little differently. Let me explain. Gentle and helpful.
Swap number 18. Don't say, I can't stand this. Say, this is really testing my patience.
I can't stand this is very strong. This is really testing my patience is honest, but a little softer and more relatable.
Let's practice. This is really testing my patience today, honestly.
This is really testing my patience today, honestly. Honest and relatable.
Swap number 19. Don't say, you're clueless. Say, I don't think we're on the same page yet.
You're clueless is a direct insult. I don't think we're on the same page yet is neutral, focused on understanding, not blame.
Let's practice. I don't think we're on the same page yet. Let's talk it through. Try it.
I don't think we're on the same page yet. Let's talk it through. Neutral and kind.
Swap number 20. Don't say, I'm not doing that again. Say, I think I'll try a different approach next time.
I'm not doing that again sounds final and a little frustrated. I think I'll try a different approach next time is hopeful and constructive.
Let's practice. I think I'll try a different approach next time, honestly. Try it.
I think I'll try a different approach next time, honestly. Hopeful and constructive.
20 new swaps. Let's do a fast review round.
Nobody asked you becomes.
I appreciate the input, but I've decided already.
You're exaggerating becomes.
That sounds like a really intense experience.
I already know that becomes.
Right, I remember that too.
Wonderful, you're really getting good at this.
Let's keep going. 10 more swaps because there's still so many great ones left.
Swap number 21. Don't say, that's ridiculous. Say, that seems a little unusual to me.
That's ridiculous is a strong, harsh reaction. That seems a little unusual to me is calmer. Still express a surprise.
Let's practice. That seems a little unusual to me, honestly. Try it.
That seems a little unusual to me, honestly. Calm and honest. Swap number 22. Don't say, I'm not falling for that. Say, I want to think this through a bit more.
I'm not falling for that sounds suspicious and defensive. I want to think this through a bit more is calmer, still cautious.
Let's practice. I want to think this through a bit more before deciding. Try it.
I want to think this through a bit more before deciding. Cautious and calm.
Swap number 23. Don't say you're making excuses. Say, I'd love to understand what's making this hard.
You're making excuses is accusatory. I'd love to understand what's making this hard for you is caring and invites real conversation.
Let's practice. I'd love to understand what's making this hard for you. Try it.
I'd love to understand what's making this hard for you. Caring and open.
Swap number 24. Don't say, this is a mess. Say, there's definitely some things to sort out here.
This is a mess sounds critical and negative. There's definitely some things to sort out here is calm and constructive.
Let's practice. There's definitely some things to sort out here. Let's start.
There's definitely some things to sort out here. Let's start.
Swap number 25. Don't say, I don't buy that. Say, I'm still a little unsure about that.
I don't buy that is a strong expression of disbelief. I'm still a little unsure about that is softer, still honest out.
Let's practice. I'm still a little unsure about that. Can you explain more?
I'm still a little unsure about that. Can you explain more?
Honest and curious. Swap number 26. Don't say, that's a cop-out. Say, I was hoping for a bit more detail there.
That's a cop-out is harsh and dismissive. I was hoping for a bit more detail there, politely asks for more without insulting.
Let's practice. I was hoping for a bit more detail there, if that's okay.
Polite and clear.
Swap number 27. Don't say, you're not listening. Say, I want to make sure I'm explaining this clearly. You're not listening blames the other person. I want to make sure I'm explaining this clearly takes responsibility instead.
Let's practice. I want to make sure I'm explaining this clearly. Let me try again. Try it.
I want to make sure I'm explaining this clearly. Let me try again. Responsible and kind.
Swap number 28. Don't say, that's way too much. Say, that's more than I was expecting.
That's way too much can sound like a complaint. That's more than I was expecting is neutral, still honest.
Let's practice. That's more than I was expecting, honestly. Try it.
That's more than I was expecting, honestly. Neutral and honest.
Swap number 29. Don't say, I'm not in the mood. Say, I could use a little time before we talk about this.
I'm not in the mood can sound abrupt. I could use a little time before we talk about this is gentler, still clear.
Let's practice. I could use a little time before we talk about this, okay? Try it.
I could use a little time before we talk about this, okay? Gentle and clear.
Swap number 30, our final swap for this round. Don't say, that's a bad habit. Say, I've noticed that happens sometimes.
That's a bad habit labels a person negatively. I've noticed that happens sometimes is observational, kinder, less judgmental.
Let's practice. I've noticed that happens sometimes. Just wanted to mention it. Try it.
I've noticed that happens sometimes, just wanted to mention it. Gentle and observational.
30 new swaps. That's a huge amount of kind, useful English today.
Let's do 10 truly final ones, since you've made it this far with us, and there are some really great swaps left.
Swap number 31. Don't say, I already said no. Say, my answer is still the same. Sorry about that.
I already said no can sound impatient. My answer's still the same, sorry, repeats the boundary kindly.
Let's practice. My answer is still the same. Sorry about that. Try it.
My answer's still the same, sorry about that. Kind and firm.
Swap number 32. Don't say, that's not my responsibility. Say, I think that might belong to someone else's role.
That's not my responsibility can sound cold. I think that might belong to someone else's role, actually, is thoughtful, still clear.
Let's practice. I think that might belong to someone else's role, actually. Try it.
I think that might belong to someone else's role, actually. Thoughtful and clear.
Swap number 33. Don't say, you're being paranoid. Say, I understand why you might feel worried.
You're being paranoid dismisses real feelings. I understand why you might feel worried validates the emotion instead.
Let's practice. I understand why you might feel worried about this. Try it.
I understand why you might feel worried about this. Validating and warm.
Swap number 34. Don't say, I don't see the point. Say, can you help me understand the goal here?
I don't see the point can sound dismissive. Can you help me understand the goal here invites clarity instead.
Let's practice. Can you help me understand the goal here? Try it.
Can you help me understand the goal here? Curious and open.
Swap number 35. Don't say, that's not acceptable. Say, I need this to be handled a little differently.
That's not acceptable sounds harsh, even if the concern is valid. I need this handled differently is firm but respectful.
Let's practice. I need this to be handled a little differently, please. Try it.
I need this handled a little differently, please. Firm and respectful.
Swap number 36. Don't say, you never help. Say, I could really use some more support lately.
You never help is an exaggeration and an accusation. I could really use some more support lately is honest, without blame.
Let's practice. I could really use some more support lately, honestly. Try it.
I could really use some more support lately, honestly. Honest and gentle.
Swap number 37. Don't say, that's your opinion. Say, I see it a little differently, but I understand your view.
That's your opinion can sound dismissive, even sarcastic. I see it a little differently, but I understand your view, respectful of both sides.
Let's practice. I see it a little differently, but I understand your view. Try it.
I see it a little differently, but I understand your view, respectful of both sides.
Swap number 38. Don't say, I regret telling you that. Say, I probably should have kept that private.
I regret telling you that can sound like it blames the listener. I probably should have kept that private takes full responsibility instead.
Let's practice. I probably should have kept that private, honestly. Try it.
I probably should have kept that private, honestly. Responsible and honest.
Swap number 39. Don't say, you're impossible to please. Say, I want to understand what would work better for you.
You're impossible to please is harsh and frustrated. I want to understand what would work better for you is caring and constructive.
Let's practice. I want to understand what would work better for you. Try it.
I want to understand what would work better for you.
caring and constructive.
Swap number 40, our true final swap of the entire video. Don't say, I'm not changing my mind. Say, I feel strongly about this, but I'm open to hearing more.
I'm not changing my mind. It sounds closed off completely. I feel strongly about this, but I'm open to hearing more. Is firm, yet still open to conversation.
Let's practice. I feel strongly about this, but I'm open to hearing more. Try it.
I feel strongly about this, but I'm open to hearing more. Firm and open.
40 swaps today. 3 parts, 130 total swaps across this whole series now.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
We learned 40 new swaps today. That's dumb to I'm not sure I agree with that. You're lying to I'm having trouble believing that. Calm down style swaps for tense moments, and many, many more.
Remember, these swaps aren't about hiding your honesty. They're about expressing it warmly, in a way that sounds natural and kind.
The best way to remember them? Pick a few, use them this week in real conversations, and notice how differently people respond to you.
Let us know in the comments which swap surprised you the most today, or which one you're going to start using right away.
We read every comment, and honestly, thank you for sticking with this whole 3-part series. It's been so much fun making it for you.
And honestly, if this video helped you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making simple, useful videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now. Hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much for being here today. We'll see you in the next one.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today's video is personal, and honestly a little emotional too.
I want to tell you about a time when I couldn't speak my second language at all. Not one word in front of people. I was completely silent.
Welcome back everyone, I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and today I'm sharing my real story and how I finally started speaking.
Let's start at the beginning. Tell us what happened.
I studied my second language for 2 years. I knew many words, I knew grammar rules very well, but when a real person talked to me, my mouth just stopped.
What did that feel like?
My heart beat very fast. My face got hot. I understood the words in my head, but nothing came out of my mouth. Nothing at all.
That sounds really hard.
It was hard. People asked me easy questions like, "What's your name?" And I just stood there, silent, like I forgot how to talk completely.
Why do you think this happened?
I think I was scared of making mistakes. I thought, if I speak wrong, people will laugh at me. So my brain said, don't speak. It's safer to stay quiet.
That fear is so common. A lot of learners feel exactly this way.
Yes, and it doesn't feel small when you're inside it. It feels huge, like a wall in front of you.
What was a normal day like for you back then?
I would study alone, at home, every day. Books, apps, videos. I was a very good student, alone in my room.
But outside your room?
Outside, I said nothing. If someone spoke to me, I nodded my head or I smiled, but I never answered with real words.
Can you remember a specific hard moment from that time?
Yes, one moment I remember very clearly. A teacher asked me a question in front of the whole class. Everyone looked at me. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out.
What happened next?
This silence felt very long, maybe only 5 seconds, but it felt like 5 minutes to me. Finally, the teacher moved to another student. I felt so much shame that day.
How did that experience affect you?
It made things worse, actually. After that day, I was even more afraid to speak because now I had a real painful memory attached to the fear.
That makes complete sense. Fear often grows from real experiences like that.
Yes, exactly. My fear wasn't just an idea in my head anymore. It had a real memory behind it now, and that made it feel even stronger.
How long did this continue?
Almost 1 full year. 1 year of studying hard but staying silent in real life.
That must have felt very frustrating.
It was so frustrating. I knew so many words, but the words stayed stuck inside me like a locked door.
Did anyone around you notice the struggle?
My family noticed a little. They would ask, "Why don't you practice speaking more?" But they didn't fully understand the fear inside me. It wasn't about knowledge, it was about fear.
That's such an important distinction, knowledge versus fear.
Exactly. I had the knowledge already. What I didn't have was the courage to use it out loud in front of real people.
What finally changed? What was the moment?
One day, a kind woman at a small shop asked me a simple question: "How are you today?"
And what happened?
My brain froze, like always, but this time, instead of staying silent, I said one small word: "Good."
Just one word?
Just one word, but that one word felt huge to me. My heart was beating so fast, but I did it. I spoke.
What did she respond?
She just smiled and said, "That's nice." She didn't laugh. She didn't judge me. She was simply kind.
What did that moment teach you?
It taught me something very important. People are not waiting to judge you. Most people are kind and they want you to succeed.
That's such a powerful lesson.
It really is. After that day, I started saying small words more often. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Small words, every day.
Did it feel easier after that first time?
A little easier, yes. Not perfect, but a little easier. Fear doesn't disappear completely, but it becomes smaller with practice.
What did you do next to keep practicing?
I made a small rule for myself. Every single day, I must speak to one new person, even just one small sentence.
That's a wonderful, simple rule.
It was simple but powerful. Some days I only said hello. Some days I said a full sentence, but every day I spoke a little.
What happened after a few weeks of this rule?
Slowly, very slowly, speaking became less scary. My mouth remembered how to move. My brain remembered how to connect words quickly.
Did you still make mistakes?
So many mistakes. I said wrong words, I used wrong grammar, but something important happened. Nobody cared as much as I thought they would.
Can you share one specific mistake you remember?
Yes. One time I wanted to say I was excited, but I accidentally used a word that meant something completely different, something a little embarrassing.
What happened when you made that mistake?
The person I was talking to laughed, but not in a mean way. She laughed kindly and gently told me the correct word. Then we both laughed together and kept talking.
How did that moment feel looking back?
It felt so different from what I imagined. In my head, mistakes meant disaster. In real life, that mistake became a small, funny, warm memory instead.
That's such a beautiful contrast between fear and reality.
Exactly. My imagination created a much scarier version of reality than what actually happened. This happened again and again, every single time I finally spoke.
Did your family notice a change during this time?
Yes, actually. About 2 months into my daily rule, my sister said, "You're talking so much more now. What happened?"
What did you tell her?
I told her about my small daily rule, and she started smiling. She said she was really proud of me, and that meant so much to hear.
That family support must have felt really meaningful.
It really did. Having someone notice my effort, not just my final result, made me want to keep going even more.
That's such an important realization.
It really is. I was scared of judgment that mostly existed only inside my own head, not in the real world around me.
Let's talk about the emotional side too, because I think this matters a lot.
Yes, this journey wasn't just about words. It was about fear and slowly learning to feel less afraid.
What helped you feel less afraid specifically?
Small wins helped a lot. Every small conversation, even just 2 words, felt like a small win, and small wins added up over time.
Did you do anything to track these small wins?
Yes, actually. I started a small notebook. Every day, I wrote one sentence about what I said, even if it was just one word.
What did that notebook look like after a few months?
After a few months, I looked back at the early pages and I was amazed. My first pages said things like, said hello. My later pages had full paragraphs about real conversations.
That must have been such a powerful thing to see.
It really was. On hard days, I would open that notebook and look back, and it reminded me I really was improving, even when it didn't feel that way in the moment.
That's such a simple, powerful tool.
It is. I think a lot of learners don't realize how much they've grown because they only look forward at how far they still need to go, never backward at how far they've already come.
Did you ever want to give up completely?
Yes, many times. Some days after a hard conversation, I thought, I can't do this. I'll never speak well. Those thoughts were very heavy.
What did you do on those hard days?
I reminded myself, one hard day doesn't erase all my progress. I just needed to try again tomorrow, not quit forever.
That's such a healthy way to think about setbacks.
It took time to think this way. In the beginning, one bad conversation felt like total failure. Later, I learned it was just one small moment, nothing more.
Let's talk about a turning point, a moment when you felt real, true progress.
About 6 months after that first small word at the shop, I had a full conversation, 5 whole minutes with a stranger about the weather and my day.
How did that feel?
I felt so proud, not because my grammar was perfect, it wasn't, but because I did it. I really talked for 5 whole minutes without freezing.
Do you remember what the conversation was about specifically?
Yes, actually, I remember it clearly. We talked about how cold the weather was, and she asked me what season I liked best. I said, I'd like autumn because the colors are beautiful.
That's a real, natural sentence with real meaning behind it.
It was. And in that moment, I wasn't thinking about grammar at all. I was just thinking about autumn and sharing my real feeling with another person.
That sounds like a huge shift from fear to genuine connection.
It really was. For the first time, English felt like a tool for real connection, not just a subject to study alone in my room.
That's such a beautiful moment.
It was. I remember walking home that day feeling like a different person, someone who could actually speak this language.
What would you say to someone watching this right now? Someone who feels exactly like you felt before?
I would say, your silence today is not your future. It's just where you are right now, not where you'll stay forever.
That's such powerful, encouraging advice.
And I would say, start incredibly small. One word, yes, hello, thanks. You don't need a perfect sentence to start. You just need one small word, today.
Let's talk practical steps too, for anyone watching who wants to start their own journey today.
First step, choose one small word or phrase you can say today to anyone, even a stranger. Hello, thank you, just one.
Second step?
Second step, remember that people are mostly kind. That woman at the shop didn't judge me. Most people are simply focused on their own lives, not judging your grammar.
Third step.
Third step, expect mistakes and let them happen. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are proof that you're actually trying, actually growing.
Fourth step?
Fourth step, celebrate small wins. 1 word today, 2 words tomorrow, a full sentence next week. Every small step matters, truly.
Is there a fifth step too?
Yes, fifth step, be patient and kind with yourself. This journey isn't fast for anyone. It takes real time, and that's completely okay.
How long do you think it takes, roughly, for someone to go from silence to comfortable speaking?
It's different for everyone, but for me, it was about 1 year total. Some people are faster, some people are slower, and both are completely normal.
That's such an honest, realistic timeline to share.
I think honesty matters here. If I had known it would take a full year, I might have felt less pressure to rush and more patience with my own progress.
That's such a clear, simple plan.
It really is simple. Simple, but it works. It worked for me, and I believe it can work for you too.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
I was silent for almost 1 year, scared of mistakes and judgment. One small word, good, at a small shop started everything.
After that, a simple daily rule: speak to one new person every day. Slowly built real confidence over time.
Mistakes happened constantly, but people were kinder than I expected, and small wins added together created real, true progress.
And most importantly, silence today doesn't mean silence forever. Change is always possible, one small word at a time.
If you're feeling stuck in silence right now, just like I was, please know this feeling can change. It changed for me, and it can change for you too.
Here's a small challenge for you today. Right now, before this video ends, say one word out loud in English, right where you're sitting.
It doesn't matter what word. Hello? Yes? Today? Just say it out loud right now. That's exactly how my whole journey started too, with just one small word.
That tiny action today could be the very beginning of your own story, just like it was the beginning of mine.
Let us know in the comments if you've ever felt this way, completely silent, even with real knowledge inside you.
We read every comment, and honestly, hearing your stories helps us understand exactly how to help you better.
And honestly, if this story helped you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making honest, helpful videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much for being here today and for listening to my story. We'll
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today's story is very personal. Sarah, tell everyone about your journey from zero English to where you are today.
This one is close to my heart. Let's start from the very beginning.
Welcome back everyone. I'm James.
And I'm Sarah, and today I'm sharing my real immigrant story with all of you.
Let's go back to the beginning. When did you move to an English-speaking country?
I moved when I was 22 years old. I had zero English. Not a little English, zero.
Zero? Not even basic words?
A few words, maybe. Hello, thank you. That's really all I had.
Why did you decide to move with so little English?
My family wanted a better future. It was a hard decision, but also an exciting one, full of hope.
Who made this decision, you or your whole family together?
My parents decided first, then I chose to join them. Leaving my friends, my whole familiar life, that choice was really difficult.
Did you say goodbye to many people before leaving?
Yes, so many goodbyes. My grandmother cried at the airport. I remember her face clearly, even now, all these years later.
That must have been such an emotional moment.
It really was. I felt excited about the future, but also heavy with sadness, leaving everything familiar behind me.
What was your very first day like in the new country?
Confusing. So confusing. Signs everywhere, in English. People talking fast, all around me. I understood almost nothing.
How did that feel emotionally?
Lonely. Very lonely. I felt like I was inside a bubble, watching life happen, but not really part of it.
Can you describe a specific hard moment from that first week?
Yes, I went to a store to buy simple food. The worker asked me a question. I didn't understand. I just stood there, silent, feeling small.
What happened next?
She repeated the question slower. I still didn't understand. Finally, I just pointed at what I wanted and paid. No words at all.
How did you feel walking home that day?
I cried, not loudly, just quiet tears. I thought, how will I survive here if I can't even buy food easily?
Did you call your family that night?
Yes, I called my mother. I told her about the store, about feeling so small and confused. She listened quietly, then said something I never forgot.
What did she say?
She said, "Every single person who ever learned a new language felt exactly this way once. This feeling is not your ending, it's just your beginning."
That's such comforting, wise advice.
It really was. I held on to those words for months afterwards, especially during the hardest, most discouraging days of my journey.
That's such a raw, honest moment to share.
It's true, though. Many immigrants feel exactly this way. It's not weakness, it's just the real, hard beginning of a new life.
What did your first weeks look like trying to learn English?
I didn't have money for expensive classes, so I used free resources, library books, free apps, subtitles on television shows.
What was your daily study routine?
Every single day, 1 hour minimum, sometimes more if I had energy. Vocabulary, listening, simple sentences.
Did you have anyone helping you directly?
A neighbor, an older woman, very kind. She invited me for tea once a week, and we talked slowly, patiently together.
What do you remember most about those tea meetings?
Her patience, mostly. She would wait, silently, while I searched for the right word, never rushing me, never finishing my sentences for me.
Did she teach you specific things or just talk with you?
Mostly just talk, actually, but that natural conversation taught me more than any textbook. Real words, real rhythm, real everyday English.
That sounds like such a meaningful relationship.
It really was. She never laughed at my mistakes. She just gently corrected me and encouraged me to keep trying.
Do you still know her today?
Yes, actually. We're still close friends even now. She came to my citizenship ceremony years later and cried happy tears with me.
That's such a beautiful full circle moment.
It really was. She saw the very beginning of my journey, and she was there for one of its biggest, proudest moments, too.
How long before you felt any real progress?
About 3 months before small things got easier. Ordering food, simple greetings, small progress, but real progress.
Did you face any discrimination or unkindness during this time?
Yes, sometimes. Some people were impatient with my slow English. A few people were rude, honestly.
How did you handle those difficult moments?
It hurt every time. But I reminded myself, their unkindness reflects them, not my worth as a person.
That's such a mature, healthy way to think about it.
It took time to think this way. In the beginning, every unkind moment felt like proof I didn't belong. Later, I understood that simply wasn't true.
What kept you motivated during the hardest days?
My family's sacrifice. They gave up so much for this new life, I couldn't let their sacrifice be for nothing.
That's such a powerful source of motivation.
It really was. On my hardest days, I thought about their hope for our family, and it gave me strength to continue.
Let's talk about finding your first job. What was that experience like?
Very hard at first. My English wasn't good enough for many jobs. I got rejected many times.
How many times, roughly?
Maybe 10 times in the first 2 months. Each rejection felt like proof I wasn't good enough.
Can you describe one of those rejections specifically?
Yes, one manager interviewed me for only 2 minutes, then said, "Your English isn't ready for this position." Those exact words stayed with me for a long time.
How did you handle hearing that specifically?
I cried in my car after that interview, but then I wiped my tears and applied to 3 more places that same afternoon.
That's such real resilience.
I didn't feel resilient in that moment, honestly. I just felt desperate, and desperation pushed me forward, even through the tears.
What finally changed?
A small local shop gave me a chance. Simple work, but real work. I could practice English every single day with real customers.
Why do you think that shop owner gave you a chance when others didn't?
She told me later she saw effort in my eyes, even though my words were weak. She said effort is something I can work with. Confidence comes later.
That's such a wonderful, wise perspective from an employer.
It really was. I've never forgotten her kindness, and honestly, I try to extend that same patience to others learning something new today.
How did that job change your English skills?
Enormously. Real daily practice is different from studying alone. My speaking improved so much faster there.
What was a turning point moment at that job?
One day, a difficult customer had a complicated problem. I helped her completely in English and solved it well.
Can you describe what happened with that customer specifically?
She was upset about a wrong order, speaking quickly, clearly frustrated. Old me would have frozen completely, but instead I calmly asked questions and fixed the problem step by step.
What did she say to you afterward?
She actually smiled and said, "Thank you for really listening to me." That simple sentence meant everything because it proved I could truly communicate now, not just survive.
How did you feel walking home after that shift?
Completely different from that first grocery store day. I felt tall, capable, like the confused, crying woman from months earlier was becoming a distant memory.
How did that moment feel?
I felt real pride, real confidence. For the first time, I felt truly capable in this new language, in this new life.
Let's talk about identity too, because I think this matters deeply for immigrants specifically.
Yes, this journey wasn't just about language. It was about becoming a new version of myself, while still honoring who I was before.
Did you ever feel like you were losing your original identity?
Sometimes, yes. Learning a new language and culture can feel like losing pieces of yourself, especially in the beginning.
How did you handle that feeling?
I learned I could hold both identities together, my home culture and my new life. Both truly belong to me, completely.
Can you share an example of holding both identities together?
Yes, I still cook my traditional food every weekend, still speak my first language with my family, but I also celebrate new holidays now and think in English sometimes too.
That sounds like a really rich, full way of living.
It is rich, though it took years to see it that way. In the beginning, it felt like being pulled in two directions, not like having two beautiful homes.
That's such an important realization for immigrants everywhere.
It really is. You don't have to choose one identity completely. You can build something new, something that honors both parts of yourself.
Let's fast forward. Where are you today compared to that first confusing day?
Today, I teach English professionally. I speak confidently every single day to thousands of people through videos like this one.
That's an incredible transformation.
When I think about that crying, confused woman in the grocery store and compare her to who I am today, it feels almost unbelievable, but it's completely true.
Have you ever gone back to that same grocery store since becoming fluent?
Yes, actually, years later, I walked in and had a full, easy conversation with the cashier, completely different from that very first painful visit.
How did that visit feel emotionally?
I almost cried again, but this time happy tears. I stood in that same aisle remembering that scared young woman and feeling so proud of how far she'd come.
That's such a powerful full circle moment to share with us.
It really was. I think about that moment often whenever I need reminding of how much real change is genuinely possible over time.
What would you say to someone watching this who feels exactly like you felt on that first hard day?
I would say this hard beginning is not your whole story. It's simply the first difficult chapter, not the ending.
What practical advice would you give someone starting a similar journey today?
First, use free resources without shame. Library books, free apps, subtitles. You don't need money to start learning.
Second piece of advice.
Second, find one kind person, like my neighbor. One patient, encouraging person can make an enormous difference in your journey.
Third piece of advice.
Third, protect yourself from unkind people, but don't let their unkindness define your worth. Their impatience says nothing true about you.
Fourth piece of advice.
Fourth, find any job or situation with real daily practice. Real conversation teaches faster than studying alone every single time.
Fifth piece of advice.
Fifth, remember your reason, your family, your dreams, your future. On hard days, that reason will carry you forward even when motivation feels gone.
Is there a sixth piece of advice too?
Yes. Sixth, be patient with your identity too, not just your language skills. It's okay to feel like two people for a while, your old self and your new self.
How long did that feeling last for you personally?
A few years, honestly. But slowly, those two identities stopped feeling separate and started feeling like one complete whole person, just with two beautiful cultures inside.
That's such a beautiful way to describe it.
It really is beautiful looking back now. At the time, it felt confusing, but today I see it as one of the richest parts of who I am.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
I arrived with zero English and felt lonely and lost. A kind neighbor, free resources, and daily practice slowly built real progress.
Rejection and unkindness happened, but they didn't define your worth or your future.
And today, that same struggle became the foundation of a life I never imagined possible, helping others on their own journey now.
If you're at the beginning of your own journey right now, feeling exactly like Sarah felt that first day, please know this feeling can change.
It changed completely for me, and I truly believe it can change for you too, one small day at a time.
And if you're crying today in your own version of that grocery store, please remember that moment is not the end of your story either.
It's simply one hard, honest chapter, and I promise better chapters are genuinely still ahead of you.
Let us know in the comments if you've experienced a similar journey, moving to a new place, starting completely from zero.
We read every comment, and honestly, these real stories help us understand exactly how to support all of you better.
And honestly, if this helped you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel grow.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also on this journey, the more resources we have to keep making honest, helpful videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much for being here today and for listening to my story.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today's story is mine, and it's about a big decision. Why I quit a stable job to teach English instead.
This is a story a lot of you have asked about. Let's finally tell it today.
Welcome back everyone. I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and today David is sharing his real career story with all of you.
Let's start at the beginning. What was your job before teaching?
I worked in finance. Good salary, stable company, nice office. On paper, it looked perfect.
How did you get into finance in the first place?
I studied finance in university, and honestly, it seemed like the safe, smart choice at the time. Good job security, respected career. My parents were proud.
Did you enjoy it at the beginning?
For the first year, yes, mostly. New job, new challenges, learning new skills. It felt exciting in a normal, expected way.
So why did you feel the need to change anything?
Something felt empty inside. Every morning I woke up and felt no real excitement about my day.
How long did you feel this way before making a change?
About 3 years. 3 years of feeling okay, but never truly happy, never truly excited.
What was a normal day like during those 3 years?
Wake up, commute, meetings, numbers, emails, commute home. Repeat every single day, feeling slightly numb inside.
Did you talk to anyone about these feelings?
My wife, mostly. She noticed I seemed tired, even on days I wasn't physically tired.
What did she say when you shared these feelings with her?
She asked me a simple question. If money wasn't a problem, what would you actually want to do?
That's such a powerful question.
It really is. I didn't have an answer immediately. I needed time to really think about it, honestly.
How did you finally find your answer?
I thought about moments in my life that felt truly meaningful, and one memory kept coming back to me again and again.
What was that memory?
Years earlier, I helped a coworker learn English informally during lunch breaks. I remembered how happy it made me watching her improve.
Can you describe that coworker's journey a little more?
She was terrified of speaking in meetings at first, always silent, always nervous. We practiced together, simple conversations, 20 minutes, 3 times a week.
How long did that informal teaching continue?
About 6 months. By the end, she was leading small presentations herself, confidently, in English, in front of the whole team.
What specifically felt meaningful about that experience?
Watching her confidence grow week by week, watching her go from silent to speaking clearly in meetings, that feeling stayed with me for years.
So, teaching English was already inside you in a way.
Exactly. I just hadn't recognized it as a real possibility, a real career, until that question from my wife.
What did you do after remembering this memory?
I started teaching a few students part-time, evenings and weekends, alongside my finance job.
How did you find your very first students?
I posted online in a small local group, offering casual English practice sessions. 3 people replied that first week.
How did that first session feel?
Nervous, honestly, like starting something completely new, but also genuinely exciting, in a way finance hadn't felt in years.
How did that feel compared to your finance work?
Completely different. Teaching felt light, energizing. Finance felt heavy, draining, even though I was good at it.
How long did you do both jobs together?
About 1 year, one exhausting but clarifying year, doing both jobs at once.
What did that year teach you?
It taught me clearly which work made me feel alive and which work simply paid my bills.
Was quitting your finance job an easy decision after that year?
Not easy at all emotionally, but it became clear logically that teaching was where my heart truly was.
What were your biggest fears about quitting?
Money, mainly. Teaching English doesn't pay the same as finance, especially at the beginning.
Were there other fears too, beyond money?
Yes, honestly, fear of failure too. What if I quit finance and teaching didn't work out? What if I made a terrible mistake?
How did you deal with that fear of failure?
I reminded myself, even if teaching failed completely, I still had skills, experience, and could always return to finance if truly necessary.
That's such a helpful way to reduce the pressure of the decision.
It really helped. Knowing I had a backup option made the leap feel less permanent, less terrifying, more like a real experiment.
How did you handle that financial fear specifically?
My wife and I made a careful plan. We saved money for 1 year beforehand as a safety cushion.
How much did you save, roughly, before quitting?
Enough to cover about 8 months of our normal expenses. That number gave us real peace of mind during the transition.
That sounds like such a smart, careful approach.
It was necessary. Passion alone doesn't pay bills, so we planned practically alongside the emotional decision.
What did your family and friends say when you told them your plan?
Mixed reactions, honestly. Some were supportive, others thought I was making a big mistake.
Can you share a specific reaction that surprised you?
My father, surprisingly, was very supportive. He said, "I worked a job I disliked for 30 years. Don't repeat my mistake."
That must have meant so much coming from him.
It meant everything, honestly. His words gave me real courage exactly when I needed it most.
How did you handle the doubt from others?
It was hard some days, but I reminded myself they weren't living inside my daily unhappiness. Only I truly understood that feeling.
What was your actual last day at the finance job like?
Emotional, honestly. Relief mixed with real fear about the unknown future ahead of me.
What was your first month as a full-time teacher like?
Scary, but exciting too. Fewer students than I hoped, less money than before, but genuine happiness every single day.
What was the hardest part of that first month, specifically?
Watching my savings slowly shrink week by week while I built my student base from almost nothing, that number in my bank account felt very stressful.
Did you consider going back to finance during that time?
Honestly, once, briefly, one particularly hard week, I opened my old company's website, just looking, wondering if I'd made a mistake.
What stopped you from actually applying?
I closed the website and remembered that empty, numb feeling from before. Even in that hard week, teaching still felt more alive than finance ever had.
Did you ever doubt your decision during that early period?
Yes, honestly, many times. Some weeks, money felt tight and old fears returned strongly.
What kept you going during those doubtful weeks?
I remembered that empty feeling from my old job. Even during hard weeks teaching, I never felt that same emptiness again.
That's such an important distinction, difficulty versus emptiness.
Exactly. Difficulty felt temporary and solvable. Emptiness felt permanent and heavy. Teaching gave me difficulty, but never that same emptiness.
How long before your teaching income felt stable?
About 18 months. 18 months of slow, steady growth before finally feeling truly secure financially.
What changed during those 18 months?
My students grew through word of mouth. Happy students told friends, and slowly, my teaching business grew naturally.
Can you share a specific student moment that meant a lot to you?
Yes, one student, very shy at first, eventually got a job promotion. Directly because of her improved English, she cried happy tears telling me.
Can you tell us more about her journey with you?
She started barely able to introduce herself. 6 months later, she led an entire client presentation in English, completely confidently.
What did she say to you after getting that promotion?
She said, "You didn't just teach me English, you gave me my career back." I still think about those words often, even now.
How did that moment feel for you?
Incredibly meaningful. That exact feeling, watching real transformation, confirmed I had made the right decision.
Let's talk about why you believe everyone should learn English too, beyond just your personal career story.
English opens doors, real doors, to jobs, education, travel, connection with people worldwide.
Can you give a specific example of a door English opened beyond your own career?
Yes, one of my students used English to study abroad, something completely impossible for her before, because most good programs required strong English skills.
How did that opportunity change her life?
She told me later that single decision to learn English changed her entire family's future, not just her own. Her children will grow up with completely different opportunities now.
That's such a powerful ripple effect beyond just one person.
Exactly. Learning English rarely affects just one life. It often affects families, generations, in ways we don't always see immediately.
What would you say to someone who feels too old or too busy to start learning?
I would say the right time never feels perfectly convenient. You simply have to begin, imperfectly, right where you are today.
Have you taught students who felt this way too? Too old or too busy?
Many times, actually. My oldest student started at 63 years old, convinced it was already too late for her.
How did her journey go?
Beautifully, honestly. Within a year, she was having full conversations with her grandchildren living abroad, something she dreamed about for years.
That's such an inspiring example for anyone feeling discouraged by their age.
It really is. Age was never truly the barrier. It was simply the story she told herself, until she finally decided to begin anyway.
What practical advice would you give someone considering their own big career change like yours?
First, notice your feelings honestly. Emptiness and exhaustion are important signals, not things to simply ignore.
Second piece of advice.
Second, test your new path before fully committing. I taught part-time for a year before making the full leap.
Third piece of advice.
Third, plan practically too, not just emotionally. Save money, create a safety cushion before taking a big risk.
Fourth piece of advice.
Fourth, expect doubt from yourself and others. Doubt doesn't mean you're wrong, it simply means you're doing something meaningful and new.
Fifth piece of advice.
Fifth, remember your why. My why was that memory of watching real transformation. That memory carried me through every difficult week.
Is there a sixth piece of advice too?
Yes. Sixth, give yourself real time. Big transformations rarely happen overnight. Mine took almost 2 full years from that first question to true stability.
Why is patience so important in this kind of change?
Because impatience creates panic, and panic leads to quitting too early, right before things actually start working. Patience protects your effort long enough for it to succeed.
Let's talk about regret too. Do you ever regret leaving finance?
Never, honestly, not even once. Some days are financially harder, yes, but never emotionally empty like before.
That's such a clear, honest answer.
It's the truth. I traded some financial comfort for real daily meaning. For me, that trade was completely worth it.
What does a typical day look like for you now compared to your old finance job?
Completely different. I wake up excited, genuinely excited to help someone communicate a little better than yesterday.
That's such a beautiful transformation in your daily life.
It really is. Small moments, a student finally understanding a tricky grammar point, feel more rewarding than any finance bonus ever did.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
I worked in finance for years, feeling stable but empty inside. A simple question from my wife led me back to a meaningful memory, teaching English.
1 year of testing part-time, careful financial planning, and real courage led to a full career change.
Doubt and fear appeared often, but never as strongly as that old emptiness. And today, real meaning fills my daily life completely.
If you're feeling stuck in your own career right now, feeling stable but empty, please know meaningful change is genuinely possible.
And if you're learning English right now, please know this language can open doors you haven't even imagined yet, just like it did for me.
Let us know in the comments if you've ever considered a big career change or if English has opened doors in your own life.
We read every comment, and honestly, these real stories help us understand exactly how to support all of you better.
And honestly, if this story helped you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making honest, helpful videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much for being here today and for listening to my story.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today's video is genuinely empowering and honestly a little controversial too.
We're saying something a lot of people don't expect. English is actually easier than most learners believe.
Welcome back everyone, I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and today we're breaking down exactly why with real specific reasons.
Let's start with reason number 1. English has no grammatical gender.
This is huge. In many languages, every single noun is male or female, and you must remember this for every word.
In English, table, chair, book, none of these need a gender at all. Completely simple.
Compare this to languages where you must remember the table is female, but the book is male, purely arbitrary rules memorized one by one.
This alone removes an enormous amount of memorization that other languages require.
Reason number 2, English verb conjugation is very simple compared to many other languages.
In a lot of languages, verbs change dramatically for every single person. I, you, he, she, we, they, all different forms.
Sometimes even 6 or 7 completely different verb endings, just for one single verb in the present tense alone.
In English, mostly the verb stays almost the same. I go, you go, we go, they go. Only he and she add a small s.
That's such a small, simple change compared to many other languages, where every single form looks completely different.
And this pattern stays true across almost every regular verb. I walk, you walk, he walks. Incredibly consistent, incredibly learnable.
Reason number 3, English word order is very consistent and predictable.
Subject, verb, object. I eat pizza. She reads books. Almost always the same predictable pattern.
Some languages allow much more flexible word order, which sounds nice, but actually makes learning sentence structure significantly harder for beginners.
Once you learn this pattern, you can build thousands of correct sentences using the exact same structure repeatedly.
Reason number 4, and this one surprises a lot of people. You've probably already heard thousands of English words even before starting to study.
English words appear constantly in movies, music, brand names, technology all around the world, in almost every country.
Words like internet, computer, taxi, hotel, restaurant, these appear in many languages already, borrowed directly from English.
Even words like okay, Wi-Fi, selfie, online have become almost universal, understood in countries all around the world.
So learners often already have a much bigger starting vocabulary than they realize without even studying yet.
Reason number 5. English is incredibly forgiving of mistakes in real conversation.
Native speakers understand imperfect English very easily because word order and context carry so much meaning already.
Yesterday I go store isn't perfect grammar, but every native speaker understands it completely immediately, without confusion.
That's such an important, reassuring point. Small grammar mistakes rarely block real communication in English.
Reason number 6. There are no complicated formal and informal verb forms like in many other languages.
In some languages, you must choose completely different words depending on who you're speaking to: elders, strangers, friends.
In English, mostly you use the same basic words, just adjusting politeness slightly. Please, could you, would you mind?
That's such a huge simplification compared to languages with complex formality systems built directly into grammar.
You never need to worry about accidentally using the wrong level of a verb just because you're speaking to your boss instead of a friend.
Reason number 7. English uses very few noun cases compared to many languages.
In some languages, nouns change form depending on their grammatical role: subject, object, possession, each with different endings.
Sometimes 4, 5, even 6 different case endings for every single noun depending on its role in the sentence.
In English, nouns mostly stay the same. Dog is dog, whether it's the subject or the object of a sentence.
Only a small s gets added for possession, the dog's toy, and that's basically the entire complexity there.
Reason number 8. Contractions actually make spoken English shorter and simpler once you learn the pattern.
I am becomes I'm. Do not becomes don't. Cannot becomes can't. Shorter, quicker, once the pattern feels natural.
These aren't extra complexity, they're actually simplifications, making real spoken English faster and easier.
And there's a limited, learnable set of these contractions too, not an endless list to memorize randomly.
Reason number 9. English pronunciation, while sometimes tricky in spelling, has relatively simple sounds overall.
Compared to some languages with many complex tonal sounds or unusual throat sounds, English mostly uses sounds found in many world languages already.
This means many learners already have the physical ability to make these sounds. They just need practice connecting them to specific words.
Can you give an example of what makes tonal languages harder for comparison?
In tonal languages, the same syllable can mean completely different things depending on pitch: rising, falling, flat. One small pitch mistake changes the entire meaning.
English doesn't rely on tone this way at all, does it?
Not at all. English uses tone for emotion and emphasis, but rarely changes a word's core meaning based on pitch alone, which removes a genuinely difficult layer for many learners.
Reason number 10, our final reason today. English has an enormous amount of learning resources available, more than almost any other language.
Movies, shows, podcasts, apps, free websites, native speakers everywhere willing to help and practice with learners.
This massive resource availability makes practicing and improving significantly easier than learning many other less globally common languages.
You could genuinely learn English almost entirely for free using content that already exists in enormous abundance online.
Let's talk about why, despite all these real, genuine advantages, English still feels so hard for so many learners.
I think it comes down to comparison and fear, mostly, not the actual language itself.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Learners compare themselves to native speakers or to years-long fluent learners and feel discouraged, forgetting how much genuine progress they've already made.
Can you give an example of this unfair comparison happening?
Sure. A beginner watches a 5-year fluent speaker on social media and feels like a failure, forgetting that person also started exactly where the beginner is right now.
That comparison completely ignores the years of practice behind that fluent speaker's current skill.
Exactly. And social media makes this comparison trap even worse because we only see the finished result, never the messy, difficult beginning.
That's such an important psychological point, separate completely from the actual grammar and structure we just discussed.
Exactly. The language itself has real, genuine advantages. The difficulty often comes from mindset, fear, and unfair comparison, not from English grammar specifically.
Let's talk about spelling too, because I think that's the one area where English genuinely gets more complicated.
That's completely fair and honest. English spelling doesn't always match pronunciation perfectly, and that part is genuinely tricky sometimes.
Why is English spelling so inconsistent compared to its relatively simple grammar?
Historically, English borrowed words from many different languages, French, Latin, German, and each brought its own spelling patterns along with it.
So the grammar stayed relatively simple, but the spelling became a mixed, sometimes inconsistent collection from many sources.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. Two completely separate parts of the language with very different levels of difficulty.
But even here, is there a silver lining?
Yes, actually. Spelling difficulty doesn't block spoken communication at all. You can speak fluently, confidently, even with imperfect spelling knowledge.
That's such a helpful distinction, speaking fluency versus spelling perfection being two genuinely separate skills.
Exactly. And for real everyday conversation, spoken fluency matters far more than perfect spelling accuracy.
Let's talk about a practical mindset shift now based on everything we've discussed today.
First, remind yourself regularly. English genuinely has simpler grammar structures than many world languages in several important measurable ways.
Second,
Stop comparing your current progress to fluent speakers. Compare only to your own progress from a month ago or a year ago.
Third,
Remember, mistakes rarely block real communication in English. Native speakers understand imperfect sentences easily, almost all the time.
Fourth,
Use the massive resources available, movies, podcasts, apps, real conversations, because English learning resources are genuinely abundant everywhere.
is there a fifth mindset tip too?
Yes. Fifth, celebrate small wins actively. Every correct sentence, every understood conversation is real proof this language genuinely is learnable for you.
Why does actively celebrating small wins matter so much psychologically?
Because our brains naturally focus on mistakes and struggles more than successes, so we have to intentionally balance that natural tendency with real, deliberate recognition of our progress.
That's such a practical, useful addition to this list.
It really is. Confidence builds gradually through consistently noticing what's working, not just endlessly focusing on what still feels difficult.
Let's do a quick practice exercise showing how forgiving English actually is with imperfect grammar.
I'll say a sentence with small mistakes, and you tell me if you understand it anyway.
Go ahead.
She don't like coffee, but she drink tea every morning.
Completely understandable. Small grammar mistakes, but the meaning is 100% clear.
Exactly. This proves the point perfectly. Communication succeeded completely even without perfect grammar.
Let's do one more example.
Yesterday, I go to park with my friend. We eat ice cream and talk long time.
Again, completely clear, completely understandable, despite several small grammar mistakes throughout that sentence.
This is exactly why English forgives mistakes so well. Word order and context carry the meaning, even when grammar isn't perfect.
Let's try one final example, just to really drive this point home.
My sister, she work in hospital. She help many people every day. She very tired but happy.
Still completely clear. We understand exactly who she is, what she does, and how she feels, despite multiple small errors.
3 examples, all completely understandable, all proving the same reassuring point about English specifically.
Let's talk about confidence too, because I think this message matters deeply beyond just grammar facts.
It really does. So many learners feel ashamed of their current level when really English genuinely gives you more room for error than many other languages.
What would you say to someone who still feels like English is impossibly difficult for them personally?
I would say difficulty often lives more in our fear and comparison than in the actual language structure itself.
That's such a powerful, encouraging reframe.
It really is. And it's genuinely backed by real linguistic facts, not just motivational talk.
Let's add one bonus reason too, an 11th one, because I think it's genuinely worth mentioning.
Go ahead, I'm curious.
English has relatively few irregular plural forms compared to many languages. Most nouns simply add an S. Cat becomes cats. Book becomes books.
That's true. There are some exceptions. Child becomes children, mouse becomes mice, but these are genuinely a small minority.
Compared to languages where plural forms change dramatically and unpredictably, English mostly follows one simple, learnable pattern.
That's such a nice bonus point to add because plurals feel like such a small thing, but they add up across thousands of daily sentences.
Let's talk about a comparison example too, just to make this even more concrete for everyone watching.
Sure, what comparison did you have in mind?
Imagine learning a language with grammatical gender, 6 noun cases, and complex formal speech levels, all at the same time alongside new vocabulary.
That would be an enormous amount of simultaneous complexity, genuinely overwhelming for most learners.
Exactly, and English learners simply don't face that same combined complexity. Several of these difficult layers just aren't present in English at all.
Which really does support our whole message today. English isn't difficulty-free, but it removes several genuinely hard layers that many other languages include.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
No grammatical gender, simple verb conjugation, predictable word order, familiar borrowed vocabulary, and forgiving communication despite mistakes.
No complex formality system, few noun cases, simplifying contractions, familiar sounds, and enormous available resources everywhere.
11 genuine, real reasons English has real structural advantages compared to many other world languages.
If you've been feeling discouraged, believing English is uniquely, impossibly difficult, please know that feeling isn't fully supported by the actual facts.
The language itself is genuinely more forgiving and accessible than you might currently believe, especially compared to many other languages worldwide.
So the next time you feel discouraged, try remembering even just one of these 11 reasons and let it gently remind you you're learning a genuinely learnable language.
Let us know in the comments which reasons surprised you the most today, or which one you're going to remember on your hard days.
We read every comment, and honestly, hearing that this message helped even one person feel less discouraged makes making this video completely worth it.
And if you ever forget everything else from today, just remember this one simple idea. English was never designed to defeat you, and the facts genuinely agree.
And honestly, if this video helps you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making honest, encouraging videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, so happy to have you here with us again today.
Today, we're answering a question honestly. No exaggeration, no sugarcoating. Is English actually hard?
And the honest answer is it's complicated. Some parts are genuinely easy, some parts are genuinely hard. Let's be completely honest today.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm David.
And I'm Emma, and let's do this as a real debate. Easy points versus hard points, completely balanced.
Let's start with an easy point. English grammar structure is genuinely simple compared to many languages.
True. No grammatical gender, simple verb forms, predictable word order. These are real, genuine advantages.
Now, let's be honest about a hard point. English spelling is genuinely inconsistent, and that's a real valid difficulty.
Completely true. Through, though, tough, thought, all look similar but sound completely different. That's genuinely confusing and no exaggeration.
Why does spelling cause this much difficulty specifically compared to other areas?
Because English absorbed words from so many different languages over history French, Latin, German, Old Norse, each bringing different spelling patterns along with them.
So it's genuinely a historical mess, not a poorly designed system on purpose.
Exactly. And understanding that history doesn't make spelling easier, but it does make the inconsistency feel less personal, less like you're doing something wrong.
So right away, we see this isn't a simple, easy, or hard answer. It's genuinely both, depending on the specific area.
Let's continue this honest debate. Next easy point, verb conjugation is very simple.
Agreed, completely. I go, you go, we go, they go. Almost no change at all across different subjects.
Next hard point, though, English has an enormous number of irregular verbs.
This is completely true and genuinely frustrating for learners. Go becomes went, eat becomes ate. No clear, predictable pattern at all.
How many irregular verbs are we talking about roughly?
Around 200 commonly used irregular verbs, each needing individual memorization since they don't follow the normal add-ed pattern.
That's genuinely a real difficulty, and we shouldn't pretend otherwise, just to sound positive.
Is there any silver lining here at all, honestly?
Actually, yes, a small one. The most commonly used irregular verbs, go, have, do, say, get, appear so frequently that repetition alone helps you memorize them faster than the less common ones.
So frequency of use genuinely helps offset some of this difficulty, even though the difficulty itself is completely real.
Exactly. Honest balance again. Real difficulty, but also a real practical path through it.
Exactly. Honesty matters more than false positivity here. Let's continue. Next easy point, tons of borrowed familiar vocabulary exists already.
True. Many English words already exist in other languages. Technology terms, brand names, common expressions.
Next hard point, though, English has an enormous number of idioms and phrasal verbs which don't follow logical patterns at all.
This is genuinely difficult. Break a leg, give up, look forward to. None of these can be understood by translating word for word.
How big of a challenge do idioms really present, honestly?
Quite significant, honestly. There are thousands of idioms in English, and native speakers use them constantly without even noticing.
Let's talk about phrasal verbs specifically too, because I think they deserve their own honest discussion.
Oh, phrasal verbs are genuinely one of the hardest parts of English. Give up, give in, give out, give away. Same base verb, completely different meanings.
Why are phrasal verbs specifically so difficult compared to regular vocabulary?
Because the meaning often has nothing to do with the individual words. Look forward to has nothing literally to do with looking or forward direction.
Do native speakers realize how confusing this is for learners?
Honestly, most don't, because phrasal verbs feel completely natural and automatic to native speakers, learned unconsciously since childhood.
Is there any honest strategy that helps with idioms and phrasal verbs specifically?
Yes, actually, learning them grouped by topic helps a lot. All the give phrasal verbs together, all the emotion idioms together, rather than one giant random list.
Why does grouping by topic make such a difference?
Because your brain naturally connects related patterns more easily than isolated, unconnected facts. So grouping creates useful mental shortcuts.
So this is a real, genuine area where English becomes significantly harder, especially for advanced, natural-sounding fluency.
Let's continue our honest debate. Next easy point. English pronunciation uses relatively common, familiar sounds.
True, generally speaking, compared to languages with unusual tonal or throat sounds.
Next hard point, though, English has enormous accent variation across different countries and even different regions within the same country.
That's genuinely a fair, honest point. American, British, Australian, Indian, South African, Irish. So many legitimate variations exist.
How much does this accent variation actually complicate learning, honestly?
Quite a lot, especially for listening comprehension. A learner comfortable with one accent might genuinely struggle understanding a completely different one at first.
Is there a silver lining to this specific difficulty too?
Actually, yes. Once your ear adjusts to multiple accents, your overall listening skill becomes remarkably flexible, more flexible than learners of languages with less regional variation.
That's a fair, balanced way to look at it. Genuine difficulty, but genuine long-term benefit too, once you push through it.
Next hard point though, English has many similar sounding words that mean completely different things.
There. Right. These genuinely confuse learners, and even some native speakers occasionally.
How significant is this specific difficulty, honestly?
It matters more for writing than speaking, honestly, since these words sound identical but look different on paper.
Can you give a few more examples of these confusing word pairs?
Sure. Two. Here. Weather. All sound similar or identical but mean completely different things.
That's genuinely a lot to keep track of, especially for someone still building basic vocabulary.
It is, but the good news is, context almost always makes the correct meaning clear, even without perfect spelling knowledge.
That's a fair, honest distinction. Speaking difficulty versus writing difficulty being genuinely different challenges.
Let's talk about tenses now, because I think this deserves real honest discussion too.
English has 12 main tenses: past, present, future, each with simple, continuous, and perfect forms.
Is this genuinely difficult, or does it just look complicated on paper?
Honestly, both. The concept behind each tense is usually simple, but keeping all 12 straight, especially in real-time conversation, is genuinely challenging.
Is there any good news here too, like with irregular verbs?
Actually, yes. In real everyday conversation, only about 4 or 5 of those 12 tenses get used constantly. The rest appear much less often, especially in casual speech.
So a learner doesn't need to master all 12 equally right from the beginning.
Exactly. Simple present, simple past, and present continuous cover the vast majority of daily conversation. The rarer tenses can wait until later in your journey.
That's such a relieving, practical piece of honest information.
It really is. This whole video keeps revealing the same pattern. Real difficulty exists, but it's rarely as overwhelming as it first appears once you look closely.
Which specific tenses cause the most confusion in your experience teaching?
Present perfect, definitely. I have eaten versus I ate. This distinction doesn't exist clearly in many other languages and causes real confusion.
Can you explain that difference simply for anyone confused right now?
Sure. I ate breakfast tells us it's finished, done, at a specific time. I have eaten breakfast focuses more on the current result, that you're not hungry now.
That's a genuinely subtle difference, isn't it?
It really is, and subtle differences like this are exactly what make advanced English genuinely challenging, even for otherwise strong learners.
So tenses represent a genuinely hard area, not just an imagined difficulty.
Completely agreed, honestly. This is one area where English genuinely earns its difficult reputation.
Let's talk about prepositions too, because I think this might be one of the hardest areas overall.
Oh, prepositions are genuinely brutal, honestly. Interested in, good at, afraid of. There's rarely a clear, logical rule explaining which preposition goes where.
Why are prepositions so genuinely difficult specifically?
Because they're often arbitrary, memorized individually, rather than following consistent, predictable patterns like some other grammar areas.
Can you give an example where a small preposition change completely changes the meaning?
Sure. Look at means observing something. Look for means searching for something. Look after means taking care of someone. Same verb, 3 completely different meanings.
That's genuinely tricky and honestly quite unforgiving compared to some of the easier grammar areas we mentioned earlier.
Let's talk about articles too. A and the, because I think this is another genuinely hard area, especially for speakers of languages without articles at all.
Why are articles so confusing specifically?
Because the rules feel logical sometimes, but inconsistent other times. I saw a dog versus I saw the dog. The difference is subtle, about specificity, and easy to get wrong.
Do these article mistakes usually block communication, though?
Rarely, actually. Missing or wrong articles almost never confuse a native listener. They just sound slightly unusual without blocking the actual meaning.
That's a good, honest distinction. A real difficulty, but a relatively low stakes one, communication wise.
Exactly, and that's a pattern we're noticing throughout this whole honest debate. Several hard areas exist, but most don't seriously block real communication.
So if someone asked us, honestly, what's the hardest part of English, what would we say?
Honestly, I'd say prepositions, idioms, and irregular verbs combined together represent the genuinely hardest areas of English.
I'd agree completely with that honest assessment.
Let's balance this out though, because we've covered a lot of hard points now. Let's return to some genuine strengths too.
Fair point. Despite tenses, prepositions, and idioms being genuinely hard, basic communication remains genuinely accessible even with these gaps.
That's such an important balancing point. You can communicate clearly, make yourself understood even without perfectly mastering every preposition or idiom.
Right, these hard areas matter more for advanced, polished fluency than for basic functional communication.
Exactly, and that's honestly a really important distinction for beginners specifically watching this video right now.
Let's talk about this distinction more directly. What's the difference between functional English and advanced English?
Functional English lets you communicate clearly, get your needs met, have real conversations, even with some grammar mistakes.
And advanced English?
Advanced English adds nuance, natural idioms, perfect tense usage, precise prepositions, the polish that comes with years of practice.
So for someone just starting, which level should they honestly focus on first?
Functional English completely. Don't stress about mastering every preposition or idiom immediately. Basic communication comes first. Polish comes later.
That's such an honest, practical piece of advice.
It really is. A lot of learners get discouraged trying to master advanced difficulty before they've even built basic functional confidence.
Can you give a real example comparing functional versus advanced English side by side?
Sure. Functional, I go store yesterday, buy food. Advanced, I went to the store yesterday and picked up some groceries. Both genuinely communicate the same message.
So even the functional version, with mistakes, succeeds at its actual job, real communication.
Exactly, and that's honestly the most important reassuring point in this entire video. Communication succeeds long before grammar becomes perfect.
Let's give our honest final verdict now. Is English actually hard?
Honestly, grammar structure genuinely easier than many languages. Spelling, tenses, prepositions, and idioms genuinely harder than many learners expect.
So it's not a simple yes or no answer, is it?
Not at all. English is a genuine mix, easier in some real measurable ways, harder in other real measurable ways.
How would you honestly rank English difficulty compared to other languages overall?
Compared to languages with complex grammar, like heavy noun cases or grammatical gender, English is genuinely easier overall in terms of raw grammar complexity.
But compared to languages with more phonetic, predictable spelling?
English genuinely loses that comparison. Some languages, you can read a word and know exactly how to pronounce it every single time without exceptions.
So the honest ranking really does depend on which specific skill we're measuring, doesn't it?
Exactly, and that's honestly the whole point of this video. Is English hard is genuinely the wrong question. Which parts of English are hard is the honest, useful question instead.
What would you say to someone who feels frustrated, believing English should either be completely easy or completely impossible?
I'd say drop that all or nothing thinking completely. English has real challenges and real advantages existing honestly side by side.
That's such a mature, balanced way to think about this whole topic.
It really is. And honestly, I think this balanced view helps learners more than either extreme, false positivity or exaggerated negativity.
Let's talk about practical advice now, based on this honest, balanced assessment.
First, accept that some areas, prepositions and idioms specifically, simply require patient, gradual memorization over time.
Second,
Don't judge your overall progress by these specific hard areas alone. Basic grammar simplicity still gives you a genuine advantage overall.
Third,
Third, focus on functional communication first and let advanced polish develop naturally through real practice over real time.
Fourth,
Fourth, be patient specifically with irregular verbs and idioms. These genuinely require repetition and exposure, not just one-time memorization.
is there a fifth piece of advice too?
Yes. Fifth, learn prepositions and phrasal verbs inside real phrases, not as isolated words. Interested in as one complete unit sticks much better than in alone.
Why does learning them as complete chunks work so much better?
Because your brain stores the whole natural pattern together rather than trying to logically deduce a rule that honestly doesn't consistently exist.
That's such a practical, useful final tip to end on.
There's one more worth adding too. 6. Expose yourself to multiple accents early, rather than sticking to just one, so your listening skill becomes flexible sooner.
How would someone practically do that, starting today?
Simply alternate your listening content. One day, British content. Another day, American. Another day, Australian. Small, consistent exposure builds real flexibility over time.
That's such a comprehensive, honest set of practical advice to end on today.
It really is, and honestly, I think every single one of these 6 tips applies specifically to the hard areas we discussed, not just general advice.
It really is, and it applies to almost every genuinely hard area we discussed today. Tenses, idioms, prepositions all benefit from chunk-based learning.
Let's do a quick recap of everything today, because repetition really helps beginners remember.
English grammar structure, genuinely simple. English spelling, tenses, prepositions, and idioms, genuinely challenging. No exaggeration either way.
The honest answer, English is neither purely easy nor purely hard. It's a real, honest mix of both, and that's completely okay.
Functional communication comes relatively quickly. Advanced, polished fluency takes real, patient time, and that's a completely normal, expected journey.
So, is English actually that hard? We'd say, honestly, it depends which specific part you're asking about.
And whichever part feels hardest for you personally, please remember that difficulty is real, valid, and shared by millions of other learners exactly like you.
You're not failing. You're simply encountering the genuinely hard parts right alongside the genuinely easy parts, exactly like every successful English speaker before you.
Now, we want to hear from you. Comment below, which part of English do you personally find hardest? Prepositions, idioms, tenses, spelling.
And which part do you find genuinely easy? We read every single comment, and honestly, we love seeing this honest debate continue down there.
And honestly, if this honest answer helped you today, the single most helpful thing you can do for us is hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every follow genuinely helps this channel keep growing.
The more of you who support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this with a friend who's also learning English, the more resources we have to keep making honest, balanced videos like this one, made specially for beginners just like you.
So if you found this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share this with someone who needs it too. It genuinely makes a difference, and it's the reason we can keep making these videos for you.
Thank you so much